CPU.
This topic was too controversial.
I'm down, honestly.
Like, they won't even let us talk about it.
Now let's talk about PCs.
Yeah, this is hovering around 20% CPU. Just now it was like 35, so this should be a lot better.
Hey, if a PC
Pray it
sponsor
won't
wants to
boom.
step in,
Feel
a laptop
free.
sponsor wants to step in.
Clearly we
wink,
need it.
Wink, hint, hint.
Yeah, because
I can't see shit.
Do you guys need this for chat?
You just put chat up and then tilt it the other way. Oh, chat looks fucking fantastic on this side. Look at that. It's like,
honestly, I just wait for the emotes. I don't even read the text, what they say. I just see like what color the emote is. I'm like, okay, I know what emote.
Color?
Yeah, what emote is that?
I mean, do we even have to see ourselves? Just put this
Oh my god, Chris.
So janky.
It works.
Literally trolling.
It works.
It works.
Yeah, there we
It
go.
works.
This is a very expensive setup now.
All right, back to the topic. So, the N-word.
All right, TLDR, Ninja was playing with Nadeshot, and Nadeshot was streaming. Ninja was singing along to a rap song, and he started kind of mumbling the words, didn't really know what he was singing, and just singing random stuff. And then he threw in the N-word, not hard R, but nonetheless. And it's funny because Nadeshot just goes like, super surprised reaction, especially since he was the only one streaming. Anyways, as expected, people in the industry gave their 2 cents regarding what happened, and there were like a very large variety of people on both ends of the spectrum. People thinking it was super offensive, others thinking that we really shouldn't care. Ninja also came out with an apology, which in my opinion was pretty well thought out and seemed really genuine. He stated that, if anyone was offended, he's really sorry about that, said it had no malintent, and reiterated that his goal is to bring people together, and he understands that word has been used to segregate people in the past. And although I understand we may not be the best demographic to speak on this because we're not part of the group of the people who have, the most right to be offended, but I thought we could still, give our thoughts and opinions as fellow streamers. How do you guys feel about what happened?
I mean, it's like, what a bad time to have that controversy when you're doing so
Top
well on
streamer,
Twitch.
yeah.
The world's looking at you. You just play with Drake, and then you go and it's like, hey.
The Drake effect.
Yeah, and then you have this accident, which really sucks. But I didn't actually know about it because I get most of my streamer drama from our live stream fail.
Mm-hmm.
And Ninja can't be talked about on there because he doxed the person a long time ago. So I didn't know this was going on until Poki mentioned it to me. It's and I Googled it and it was on a few news article. But whenever topics like that is this happens, you just have so much people giving their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
It's been looked at from every single side possible, all 1,000 degrees of it.
Yep.
I mean, when you compare it to PewDiePie, this is
Yeah.
Context matters a lot, though.
severely
Yeah.
Ninja did not say it in a negative or insulting
Yeah.
context whatsoever. So I think that's what makes the biggest difference in those two situations.
I kind of understood the context, but oh, can you turn off the notifications on this thing?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's going off.
Yeah.
Because rap is really fast, so I didn't really understand it that much. So when I
Yes,
listened,
tell us more about rap, Chris.
Here's
So-
the thing, though. The song doesn't even say the N-word. He just started throwing out a bunch
Oh.
of random stuff.
oh, okay. 'Cause-
And then he threw that out. But still in a song context, per se.
yeah, because you sent me the clip, and I was listening to it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, what happens in this clip? Nothing. It must be the wrong one. And I listened to it 10 times, and I still could not even understand it. It's like, oh, okay. He must have said it in there, and I trust you guys because, you're a lot younger than me, and you can hear
yeah.
the music a lot better than me. For me, I just kind of, okay, I guess he said it.
You can hear the music better than me.
But yeah, I do find it unfortunate because we see a lot of people rise on Twitch and kind of stumble a little bit. So first we had Doc that became really, really big, and then he cheated on his wife. Tyler One is okay, but he got banned before, and then now Ninja, with his huge rise, is now facing so much pressure. And the one thing that makes it really tough for these content creators is because a lot of streamers start off as just gamers. No one really cares too much about the fame that much, right? It's just, hey, I want to play my games, and you suddenly blow up. So I do worry for someone like Ninja
Suddenly
because
the world is watching.
yeah, the world is watching. It's not just the Twitch community; it's everyone out there. And I was just hoping that this guy can withstand the pressure because it's easy for someone to just completely collapse. And I don't think any of us have ever faced that kind of pressure before. So, yeah, that's my kind of thoughts on it. And I hope that he can continue on because he sounded very sincere. And I hope people just kind of forgive him because it obviously wasn't, hey, man, you're a, whatever. This is not the way that he said it because that would have been really bad.
I mean, I have a more like general question. Like when you guys are like listening to like, okay, I know I talked to you about this. Okay. Like I was listening to Freaky Friday by Lil Dicky and Chris Brown.
Yeah.
And like, obviously there's a part of the song where like they switch bodies. And so now Lil Dicky's like, okay, I can say the N-word now. And so it's part of the song. It's just like him saying the N-word over and over again. And like as a listener, like I want to sing along, like I want to sing along, but like I can't because, it says the N-word. So like, would you sing that like
No.
off stream?
Off stream?
Yeah,
Like,
off stream. No one watching. It's just you in your room. Like, do you sing those lyrics?
like if no one's in my room and no one's gonna hear me and I'm just chilling listening to this music
would you
and I
listen?
know the lyrics.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't fucking
like
lie.
publicly
Toast.
I would not, but like if I'm all alone and no one can hear me, then I
You just like whisper it.
Like, do you
like
think
all alone in your room.
Ninja probably knew he was being?
stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, if I'm off stream, I think I'd do it. Yeah, I don't know, but because it's a musical context, I don't know.
I think out of habit, 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't. But at least from what I know, none of us would or really have ever said that word in a negative context.
No.
I actually have a lot of, there's a lot of people back home that I used to play games with, especially in high school, that do say it in negative context, and it tilts me all the time. Do
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
have friends like that?
Pro
Oh, yeah.
players,
Really?
league. I don't know, like if this is like league players, but like I've hung out with Hearthstone pro players at tournaments, and they're just chilling there. These really young kids, like 18, 19, and just start dropping the word like very casually. I'm like,
Oh my god.
It actually blows my mind whenever someone says that. I'm just like, I can't tell if they're trolling or not.
yeah.
Actually, I remember when I was a kid, I used to play a lot of Warcraft, and I had a teammate because we entered a 2-on-2 tournament, and we played against another team that were African American or I guess Middle Eastern. Like no, one was
Drake.
African American, one was Middle Eastern. Okay?
Okay,
Not like
okay. Wait a second.
okay.
Okay.
And I remember we beat them, and my partner said, "Oh man, that guy's such a sand." And then that word, and he said it in such a negative way. I was just absolutely shocked. I was only. When was Warcraft 3? That was a long time ago. But I just remember, like, I was so shocked because I never knew people actually use that word in a negative connotation. Sometimes like, you joke around, but I just remember, like, holy, my teammate does this. Like, what the? Yeah. So I never talked to that guy again. But I just remember being really shocked about that. But I think we're lucky. I don't think we have any friends that do that, right? And we don't know of many people that do it right
Like
now.
nowadays, I don't really hear anyone.
Yeah, it's shocking that stuff like happens in the scene. I even know that was a thing. It's just like, oh god.
Yeah.
But like in my opinion, I think the two biggest things to consider when we're looking at controversial situations is like context and intent. And when someone like says the N-word, not hard R, if there's no malintent and the context like I'm not going to hold it against them super hard. I'd rather, in my opinion, focus on people legitimately doing bad things and counteracting that,
Yeah, I understand the trash talking. Like my friend that I mentioned before, like I would go up to our opponent and say, like, "Man, your play was awful. Whatever. You're just a
Your play
terrible
was awful."
player."
That's really what you're trash
Yeah,
talking.
your game, your whatever, your macro skills,
Hello,
your micro skills. It's
your
just,
macro
it's
skills
absolute
and
trash.
play is
I don't-
awful.
Yeah, I don't,
It is
I don't know why
definitely
my
below
friend
average.
resort to that stuff when I can like trash his gameplay, which is what I really want to target, right? Because that will hurt him a lot.
The funny part for me is like, okay, he doesn't know the lyrics of this specific part of this song, and then of all the words in the world he chooses to say those words. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, when someone was like, oh, like he just said it, like sing along to a song, I was like, oh, okay. And then they're like, but none of the lyrics actually say that word. And I was like, wait, like I'm trying to do the calculations.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Jeez. Another thing too, and obviously what he said was really, really bad. Like you should never ever say that kind of stuff. That stuff is just not acceptable, right?
No.
But we have seen it in the scene, especially Overwatch League, where they are taking steps to ban. They're very, very sensitive towards the stuff. So, for example, Tryhard 7 was banned. We saw some people get fined and
Here
suspended
we
for
go.
spamming that.
What did you do, Chris?
And even more so with the, I know I butcher this word, but the peep meme, the frog.
Pepe.
Pepe.
I always say
God
Pepe.
damn it.
I don't know, Pepe. Okay.
Yeah, like
Pepe
they're trying
meme.
to ban Pepe, so like feels good.
Wait,
man.
they're trying to ban
They
Pepe?
banned that because it's
Why?
linked to, I'm
No,
not sure
it's
what.
not.
like
That's such a
right-wing
misconception.
Trump
Yeah.
It's
That's a
yeah,
huge
it's such a
misconception, is
normie
it not?
Yeah, no, it's huge.
So why would they feed into a literal misconception?
Because I think they work with
Like, just do your
huge,
research.
huge
Oh,
corporations,
Advertisers.
advertisers.
And the advertisements
Look,
would be
we don't
okay
want
with that?
you. We don't want to put money into this when you're promoting like hate, racism,
Yeah.
etc.
Pepe's so cute.
So
I know.
it's going to get worse and worse as bigger brands come in, but where do we draw the line? Because I feel that the Pepe meme is
Pepe meme, yeah.
Pepe meme.
Like all of us
Is-
here have Pepe memes. Right? I have Pepe memes.
Yes, I love Pepe so much.
You could take any meme though, because for using that example, the whatever group that use that hate group that use, they can use like the Kappa meme for promoting like their agenda or whatever, and then Overwatch League can just ban Kappa. Like where does the line like end? Like it's just ridiculous, right? Like you think Tryhard 7 should be banned?
I mean,
Okay.
Context.
Wait, do you want my opinion on Tryhard 7, or do you want me?
Yes.
Sure.
I given you my opinion. I given you my opinion on stream. Okay. When I look at Tryhard, I do not think of the skin or like the context. I just look at him like, wow, that's a really good emo. That just looks like a dude that's like trying to like, he's just making a funny face. You know, it's a face I would use when I'm like pranking someone or like, you know, like, I gotcha, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that, to me, like, it's crazy that there's like racial implications to like using that
Yeah.
you know?
yeah.
But you do realize that a lot of the memes and joke potential that comes with that comes from a racially motivated background
yeah.
or stereotype.
See, that's where I play the card. Ignorance is bliss. I actually don't know too much about that. I don't know too much about that. I'm still like a normie when it comes to like Twitch emotes and like their historical.
I mean, I think it's just like when people say like yoink or like try hard, my blah blah blah. Now it comes from the stereotype that like black people would steal more or something. So as funny as you think like that shallow joke is, I understand that like
I should consider
the background. Yeah, the background of it is still negative and stereotype driven, which is
That's
why
such
it
a shame,
offends
'cause I
people,
think
which
it's-
makes sense.
Yeah,
But like as a shallow meme, it's still funny. I get that.
yeah.
But I don't know.
You just have to see both sides of things.
I think the ban is silly. I think it's stupid. Say, hey, like, you know, people are using this thing. Let's just ban this African American emote now. Now you can't even use it in Overwatch League, and they can keep going. So, for example,
use it in-
what
I
if
think
someone?
it sucks to ban it entirely. I wish you could like maybe minimize spam or avoid it being spammed as opposed to just taking the entire emote away.
Yeah, I think that's silly. For example, like, what if people start spamming the Mingli emote, right? And then they use
Every
that
time they see
every
an
time they
Asian
see an Asian person on screen, right? They're just like, hey, let's just ban Mingli now, and then just ban
And
everything
they just
else.
ban everything that isn't a white person.
Yeah, it's just
Which is like worse.
yeah, no people, no
Yeah.
faces are allowed as emotes
It's
anymore. It has
just
to be-
Kappa. You can
Yes.
only spam Kappa.
or just like objects and stuff, and just you can't even know. Let's get rid of chat. You know, screw chat for Overwatch League, right? Like nothing
Okay, then
can be
Overwatch
done.
would just die.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's kind of ridiculous. I don't think they should ban it. I think the Pepe meme they should unban that stuff. I mean, people should not take their pitchforks out, but just
I
kind
think
of.
advertisement companies should do their research. Everyone
Yeah.
should. Pepe is not bad.
I can just see normies sitting around in the boardroom just thinking like, hey, what should we do? And they're like, oh, this thing's linked to Trump or something. Like, ban it right away. Get rid of this thing. It's terrible.
Even if they do their research, dude, it's like the public, like the
normie public.
yeah, the normie public,
Disgusting.
yeah, normie public perception is that it's like used disrespectfully, you know.
Yeah.
Because the only times they've seen it is like on those
White
alt-right
supremacy.
message boards.
Mm.
Yeah. So like if they come into Twitch and then they see it, they're like, wait, Twitch supports white supremacy hate groups. So, but I don't think they should ban it. Like, it's one of those situations where like the more you ban it, the more chats like, well, I'm just gonna figure out even more ways to do it, and everyone's just pointing at it, making a bigger deal out of it. Yeah, it's a tough situation for Overwatch League, but you know, since the dawn of the internet, people can be like edgy and just try and trigger people. They're always gonna look for ways to do it, right?
What emote do you think is next to get banned from Overwatch League?
So they banned "Come on, bro." I mean, they would just use that instead of "Try hard."
But
bro.
then, like, they're literally just gonna ban any dark skin emote. Like, what is that's like worse than having people use it.
Yeah, I can see that, but they need to be very, you still can't even swear.
A Nelly or a Neil. That would I
mean,
could
like,
see that one being banned.
Just
Yeah.
put it on sub mode or like don't
Or
have
like
emotes
R9K.
then.
R9K is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can't even swear on public television still, right? You can't do that. Like if you're in a sporting event or something, someone says the F word, they get fined or whatever it is. You can't even say the F word, right? So that's
That's
kind
the
of
equivalent to a emote spam for Twitch. You
Yeah,
get
exactly.
fined for emote
yeah, the
spamming.
Holy.
F word.
Imagine.
I mean, someone did.
Yeah, someone got. I mean, he got suspended and kicked off the team and fined and everything.
Do
for
you guys
the
know
Tryhard
details
7.
regarding that? Like what his spam was like exactly?
No.
I think he just encouraged people to spam.
I
Tryhard
tried to
7.
look into it. Yeah, I think like they logged him, and it was just like literally just like spams of tryhard. And in that case, it
Wait.
kind of makes sense. But if you just like use it every now and then, it shouldn't be bad. But I'm pretty sure it was extreme case.
And he got fined and suspended.
Yes.
This is from an guy on an Overwatch
Yeah.
team?
Fined, suspended, and his team dropped him.
Yikes.
Wow,
What a
I
way to
didn't know
go
his team
out.
dropped.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
What a bad way to go.
Yeah.
But
Jesus.
he's doing well now. I mean, he streams every day. He gets, I think, 8 to 10,000 concurrent viewers.
Yeah, I think it's a win-win situation. The team's
Yeah.
happy, the Overwatch League is happy, and the streamer's happy because he's not restricted.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
I guess.
good outcome overall, I think.
he was smart. As soon as he got banned, actually an hour before they
XQC.
announced him getting banned, he went on stream, like right away. He knew that everyone would want to tune into him. So, kudos to him. He probably makes more money now streaming, right?
Well, I mean, if that's the way to... I'm just kidding.
It is the way. I mean, like,
Jeez.
people like to watch drama. They like to watch, like, edgy or, like, controversial stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely know that. I mean, I Photoshop boobs, and then, like, suddenly, like, I come back, and, like, I get 1K concurrence.
Come on. All right.
All right, next topic. France.
The attack show banned for view botting. So, Chris, I don't know, because it's more your generation. Have you heard of Attack of the Show? It was on a TV network called G4.
Yes, I remember that show, like, vaguely.
It's kind of like, this was like way before like Twitch. It's like 2006 or something.
Damn.
Okay, wow.
So it's more like, it's essentially a show about nerdy stuff, but it was on like a network TV.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like mainstream kind of deal. Like it was on the network TV talking about like gaming.
Did it originate from a network TV?
I don't think so.
I thought it
Oh,
did.
you-
It was on G4. I'm not
Oh,
sure if
okay,
that's like
okay.
network TV, but it was hosted by a guy called Kevin Pereira, and then it had Olivia Munn, who's like a B-list celebrity kind of deal. She was an X-Men, so
Ooh.
yeah. But anyway, they had a show on Twitch called The Attack, and recently, the host Kevin, or like the creator Kevin, like came out and admitted that he was view botting the channel.
Was this show like?
Well, he didn't admit.
He
right?
admitted.
But I mean, like before he got caught, right?
I think the reason he admitted was like mods on the channel confronted him about it. It's like,
Oh.
wait, something looks weird here.
People are watching our show. That's really odd.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it was view botted to like 300 viewers. It wasn't like an insane number. And then like he came out and said, yeah, sorry, I was view botting it. People's careers and jobs were depending on me. Like no one was watching our show. I just tried to get as much eyeballs on it as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So like the channel has been like shut down now, and yeah, view
That
botting.
apology is so sad.
It's
Because
Yeah.
like when you
Yeah.
hear about someone view botting, you're like, scum of the earth. But then his apology is like, I was just trying to know how people's careers out. It felt really bad because they really deserve attention and
Yeah, we're
exposure, and the
making
show
great
wasn't doing good.
content.
And I was like, my heart.
Okay, I actually watched the show before the podcast, and the content was not great. It was
Jesus
pretty bad, pretty cringy.
Damn.
I can understand why people weren't tuning into the show. It felt like they were trying to take something mainstream, a bunch of normies, try to get onto Twitch and make all these skits and stuff like that just wasn't very funny. So I mean, obviously, if it's good content, it would do well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Eventually, it would do well. But
Yeah.
hey, you've been on Twitch for how long now, and you had the view bot to 300 viewers. You're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And they have gotten front page exposure on Twitch many times.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not like they didn't have a chance. They had viewers before, but it just steadily or quickly shrank, and they just became irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, man, Kevin, the guy feels like, because he feels bad enough already. You just come in here and say, yeah, your content was garbage too.
I'm
But yeah, I mean, it's
I'm a very
true,
honest
like-
guy, right? I can't go there and say, hey, Kevin, great stuff, like this is the best content I've ever seen. It's such a shame. Like, no, it's just bad.
Yeah.
It's just-
It's like,
Are you guys friends with him or
no.
anything? Okay.
But like, you feel bad. Like, a lot of people have fond memories of the show and him because, like,
It's been running for so long.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to see it in this state, it really sucks for them.
Where they feel the need to view bot.
Yeah.
It just shows that you need to adapt a lot. In 2006, he had a show on national television. Now he can't even get 300 people on Twitch to watch him. So you have to adapt very quickly. And we've seen a lot of shows try to do this, right? Like people try to get in esports with, Yahoo Esports. We see that television network in Canada, was it called Jinx or something? They're owned by Rogers.
Yeah.
And they have not much viewership either, and their YouTube channel is pretty much dead. And they try to take that very traditional show like 10 years ago and adapt it to Twitch, and they're all just
I
failing.
see a lot of networks
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
And I think, like, why would I ever watch something like that? Like, they need to have that kind of train of thought. Whereas they're just like, no, we're just going to mix two things together. Like,
That's so mean. You, Kevin, why would I ever watch something like
no,
that?
no.
Kevin?
I mean, as a Twitch
Oh,
viewer,
yeah,
why would I go out
yeah.
of my way to watch this on TV? Or how would I hear about this this show on Twitch?
Yeah.
Instead,
Yeah.
they're just like, we're going to put this stuff together and maybe have hosts that don't actually appeal to our audience or discuss topics in a way that doesn't appeal to our audience. Like, those are the kind of train of thoughts that they should have.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, it's unfortunate so many people don't get it, because we see these shows that are highly produced. They have really good cameras, multiple angles.
There's like
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of dollars going into this
Dude, for me,
these type of productions.
for me, if something's like super highly produced on Twitch, it just feels
it feels
too,
less personal.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I don't like the idea of like having really high produced IRL streams.
But that's something that they should take into account. Like, if they actually studied the space.
But they don't.
It's just
They
like,
don't.
don't
hey,
thi-
give us
they're just-
those dollars.
They're
you
just
know?
Yeah.
like, we have a lot of
come
money.
on, yeah.
We can take all this and make it look really good in comparison to all the other IRL streams. But
Yeah.
in reality, it's just like, wait, you're just alienating yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, and they always try and get hosts that have no experience with Twitch or gaming, and just kind of, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, she voice acted for this game once. She knows gaming. Let's throw it. I remember I felt really bad for this one girl. We had a Hearthstone tournament,
Yeah.
and it was literally a case of, oh, she did a voice acting for a game. She's fit for the job, and just made her the host. And
no.
someone asked her, "Oh, hey, what's your favorite Hearthstone card?"
no.
And she completely blank because she never played Hearthstone before.
Oh, no,
And
no.
she's like,
This is a card game?
yeah, like it's so.
She goes, what's Hearthstone?
Yeah, like I feel really bad for the girl because it's like she's thrown in that position. Like it was up
then
to the
again,
like she
then
should have done
yeah.
some research, right? But at the same time,
It's
like
on both sides.
yeah, the organizer should have just been like, hey, let's get someone who knows what the game is, or at least make an effort. But it was really awkward.
I blame the person casting her then. He just did a terrible job. Voice actor? Great. You know what? Forget that question. And then he just leaves.
Just skips.
You got the job. So that sounds
But,
horrible.
yeah,
Did she finish the tournament, by the way, or did...
No, I mean she powered through it. Like she just did the interviews. Like, hey, how did you feel how that game went? Like she never asked questions about Hearthstone specifically because she doesn't know anything. But like just stuff like,
General.
how do you feel about your opponents? How do you feel about the game? About the tournament? Like really, really general question.
It's like,
And it's
what do you
fine.
think of Hearthstone? It's like, what?
But yeah, we've seen it so many times, like mainstream media trying to hop into gaming, but just doing it in a terrible way.
Yeah, yikes.
They just need to hire the right people to give them insights to the space or to the audience and demographic that they're trying to reach.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious, for you guys as streamers, you must have entered a period in your career where your viewership isn't meeting your expectations or are a lot lower. They had trouble keeping morale up. How do you guys keep morale up when you're streaming? And actually, first of all, do you guys even look at your stream numbers when you're streaming?
No.
I try to avoid looking at it.
No.
Okay, so was there a time
You don't
when
look to
I don't-
us? Oh, I didn't know that.
I do the same thing too. I just X the thing out. But
Yeah.
like, have you ever like figured out what your stream number was and was disappointed in the middle of the stream and you just morale just comes crashing down?
I mean, there's been moments like that for me a lot where I see like, oh, I like lost like 4K viewers because I'm playing this sponsor stream now.
So how do you deal with your morale, or how do you make yourself feel better when you see something like
I
that?
turn off the viewership and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pretend like I have like 50,000 people watching. Let's go, baby. You know, like.
I just never have low viewership. No, but like it for sure hurts. But usually when it goes down, it's because you did something, or like you're doing a sponsored thing, or you switched games.
Mhm.
I don't like looking at the viewership because I'm just like when there's a lot of people, unexpectedly you're like more hyped up. It's like, oh, I gotta be entertaining. Or where there's low viewership, it's like, oh, I suck. I need to do something crazy, or like I'm garbage. I'm just gonna end the stream. But yeah, it definitely affects morale when the number is like really, really low. So I just try not to look at it, especially during sponsored stream.
How about you, Poki? What do you do for morale?
I try to never. Every time that happens to me,
Oh.
it just reinforces my habit of not looking at viewership
Okay.
numbers while I'm streaming, and I only try to look at it like retroactively, like after a stream, and see like when the dips are, or when the times are good or bad, and kind of take that type of data. But in the moment, I value my morale a lot, so I just try to keep my head high, you know.
That's cool.
But I usually just try to switch things up. If I'm like, ooh, people don't really seem to be enjoying the stream today, and I take that hit, I try really hard not to let it affect me, and instead try to think of ways to improve it.
Okay, cool. That's good. So another question then is, given like let's say what if your career just started spiraling down, like this attack show, right? 10 years, great viewership, it's just steadily declining. All of a sudden, toast, you only have 500 concurrent viewers on average. Would you ever consider view botting if you're really that desperate? Or
I think it's different because in this situation, the attack situation, like
yes.
there's other people involved. It's not just like
Yeah.
Toast. Like the success of the show, like has,
Would you view bot for offline TV?
Yeah, like offline TV is in decline.
No, I mean, like, view botting is such a like it's not even a solution, right? It's like it's not gonna make your content
Yep.
better.
No.
Exactly.
Do you get more ad? Do you get more ad revenue? Do you get more
No,
anything, or
like,
do you?
The only way ViewBot makes sense is if you believe.
Exposure.
Yes, you have a really, really good product,
Mhm.
and the only thing you need is someone to look at it,
I see.
and then like it starts the snowball effect. In that case, I can see why you would want a ViewBot.
Okay.
But like if you have a,
So if I have a 100K viewer Fortnite stream, should I view bot?
What? 100K?
Just to snowball it even more. So I wouldn't.
you wouldn't ViewBot.
Okay.
Are
Okay.
you making
going
accusations?
to
No,
View bot
I'm
too.
just saying. Like,
Starting something?
no, I'm just saying.
People are gonna quote you, Fed.
So what if you did have a production team behind you, like the attack? You had 10 people working on your show, viewership is declining, and they have to feed their families. So like, hey, Toast, I'm so glad you employ me. This check is used towards a loaf of bread for my kid who goes to school. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. And would you ever consider cheating in any way, whether it's view botting or I don't know what else you could do? Would you ever consider it?
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
would like if it means the difference between like success and failure. I would definitely cheat. Like we've seen it.
What
a
if it's
lot.
like just for team morale, which
Team
is what
for
he
morale.
said?
He sells for morale, but
If it,
I mean,
it's
when you
selfish
think of,
too.
it's
right?
gonna affect if everything goes wrong. Like, it's gonna affect everyone's
Yeah.
reputation. It's gonna paint really.
I would like if I was in that position, I would be so stressed out. I would be like not sleeping, but I would do anything in my power to do things in a right way that would get us more exposure, more viewers, more whatever. Like I would go to extreme lengths to create something entertaining or to improve what we're doing. Like, why are you going? I feel like view botting is like the easy route.
Yes. No, I agree with that. It's not. It's
And it's like if you
you're
care
not
that
s-
much about the product, just do more research on your target demographic. Do more research on the space. There are so many better solutions to get more viewers organically that I agree with Toast in the sense that the only thing view botting can ever accomplish is like to get eyeballs on the product if you think you have a good product already.
I mean, from his perspective.
But like Twitch spotlights are more than enough to accomplish the
Yeah.
same thing in a way that isn't sketchy and is way more
So
effective.
I think your approach is something that a person would take if they were smart enough to do it. I don't think that these guys, obviously, like, hey, we've been doing this for weeks and weeks. Like offline TV, for example, right? Our content has changed so much since like the first video. In fact, we had like 6 unreleased videos because they're just absolute garbage. But we learned from that experience and made it better. So I agree with you. I feel that if you put in the work and everything, that you can grow it. But I mean, some people just aren't cut out to run a show, right?
From his perspective, this was his last ditch effort. It's like the show's dying. It's not gonna get renewed at this rate, and he just went for a desperate play, which I appreciate. Like a lot of people view bot because of the way algorithms work on Twitch, especially. It's like more viewers equals higher seating on the list, and then that snowballs to more viewers. And people do it on Reddit as well. Like so many people have been banned from Reddit because they upload their own. Like I can't tell you the amount of content creators that are banned from Reddit
Plus.
because they always like upload their
Plus?
yeah.
Plus?
League
Plus?
of Legends had like a group of content
Oh,
creators upvoting
yeah.
each
Really?
other.
Plus.
They had like a Skype group, and
Oh
anytime
my
someone
God.
posted on the subreddit, they would link it there.
Yeah.
And just hey, if you guys want to check out my post, you know what I'm saying? The people would literally like respond with like plus, like we uploaded.
Got you,
good
bro.
job.
Plus.
No, I know
Yeah.
Reddit is really strict on that stuff because when Scar gets a new post on Reddit, I link him the Reddit thread just to show him. But they can actually tell when he goes on there and upvotes it, and then they get removed. I'm like, no, I just sent it to him on Skype just to show him what it is. But
Yeah, you can't
it's
even
just
do
I can't even
Scar
do
responds you plus.
Yeah. And like a lot of those YouTubers like in that Skype group have like a decent sized channel, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Huge.
I'm sure big part of it is because on the League of Legends subreddit, they had their content, upvoted to, maybe the top 10 posts, which got more eyeballs. So the reason why people do it is because it's work. Is it unethical? Yes. But I'm of the mindset it's like you do what you have to do to succeed. And if you get caught, that's the risk you take, right?
Yeah. I imagine Kevin sitting down in front of his computer looking at the viewership. He's got a gun on one side of the table and like the view bot site open and mouse on the other side. And just like, I got to do it.
Okay, I will admit something
Yeah.
because I was very new to Reddit, and I just started out making hype trailers for League of
It's a
Legends.
hype trailer.
It's like I made a TSM versus CLG hype trailer,
Oh,
like a little
A
movie.
montage type of thing?
Yeah, a montage. But it's like a movie trailer for a
Oh,
game.
okay.
And I had no idea what Reddit is. My brother's like, you should post this on Reddit, and I was like, yeah, for sure. So I made a Reddit account. Well, I had a Reddit account already, I just hardly used it. So I put it on the League of Legends subreddit, and I'm like, all right, brother, I posted it. So my brother fucking sends it out to all his buddies, and it's like 5 or 6 buddies. So
Plus.
yeah, plus, yeah. But yeah, I don't know if I'd consider that like drastic vote manipulation, but I mean,
It's like 5
After-
or 6 buddies.
yeah, after like when you hang around Reddit, like you start to understand like, okay, you should not do that. That's very bad.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like
Like ultimately, if your work is really good, it'll get noticed, but you really do have to engage in ways to promote and expose your product to as much people as you want. So if you want to engage in less than ethical activities, I encourage it because I do believe you have to do what you have to do.
I
does
would-
numbers. It does numbers.
I
Like,
have to go against you, Toast. I would highly recommend being very careful about what you do to get to where you want to be, because once you, or if you do get that exposure, get those numbers, grow that community, as soon as people look back, and if they were to ever find out that you had done those things, it's really going to come back and bite you in the ass. Personally speaking, I wouldn't want to deal with that kind of thing.
People are furiously looking up Tosa's history now on Twitch. Like, okay, I'm searching for anomalies.
But yeah, like everyone has their line. Like I've met some content creators who said, I will never clickbait on YouTube because I'm above that. And I'm like,
dude, that's so dumb.
but like that's their line, right? They're very ethical and
Yeah.
won't
That's-
clickbait.
That's
For
like they're
example,
bad
Scar
journalists.
won't even use like alerts on Twitch.
That's his.
But like that's his ethical line,
Yeah.
right? I think for most people there is usually like a clear, at least like bad line for where you draw.
Yeah.
So I would take the approach in between you guys. I wouldn't do it unethically, but I would do whatever it takes to grow my thing. So I'd probably fly off to some country with an abundance amount of people, hire them, and actually get them like really cheap phones and just force them to watch my stream all the time, like maybe 500 to 1,000 of them. And then I wouldn't be view botting, but my viewership would be up there
Technically not view botting.
to boost my stream. So that's what I would do. It's not illegal. It's not even really unethical. But
No, he's giving them free phones.
I'm giving
free
them
phones.
jobs, all right? I'm giving 1,000 people a job, and they just have to watch my stream and spam
I'd rather have
you know,
no job.
That's it. That's it.
whatever it is. So, yeah, it's not like I haven't done this yet, by the way. Just so you
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Actually, I've been kind of surprised by view botting issues. I feel like sometimes people will view bot, and sometimes like it's held against them, and sometimes just not. Yeah, I know a lot of people who have view botted, and some of them, you know, they get some success from it, and
Drop some
it
names.
actually, Rice Gum.
Well, he's gotten shit on for it, right?
Yeah, like sometimes when you bring it up, but the large majority of people don't know at all that he used to view bot on Twitch way before he was popular on YouTube at all.
Yep.
Pink Sparkles was outed for view botting, and she has still had like a lot of ups and downs in her Twitch career as well. So it's not like something that's like as soon as you're found out, you go. Phew. But I have seen some people view bot, get found out for it, and their stream does die. So it's like it's
I have a
there
couple.
is no clear.
All right, Chris, drop.
I have a solution. I know why this happens because
Why?
the audience of Pink Sparkles. Do you think the type of person watching Pink Sparkles is going to be like, man, she view bots. I should really turn this off now.
This is
you
against
know?
my morals
Jeez,
here.
this is terrible. And Rice Gum, like let's face
I'm
it,
not
if
gonna fap to this now.
view botting
his pants
probably view botting is probably not even the top 5 on his list of like stuff he's done. He's got the rapey stuff and that
Wait,
controversy.
who?
Rice Gum, like, that's
yeah,
not
there's
even-
so many other things to talk
View
about.
botting, like okay, that's like,
But it's interesting.
Yeah. but yeah. Do you guys agree with me with the Pink Sparkles thing? or-
Yeah, I mean, like ultimately,
I
you're-
think like she had a product that people would be interested in regardless of the view bot, and that's why her channel's still, you know?
Yeah.
yeah, your
like, it's still
diehard
alive,
fans
per se.
will like overlook that stuff. Like if people are looking for reasons to hate on you, they'll use that. It's like, oh, you view bot it. Oh, you cheated on your wife. But like, if you know, your diehard fans would be like, he made a mistake. Accidents happen. It's like it really
Accidents
depends on how much they like you. Like if I did something, you know, shitty, like people who don't like me will use that as, hey,
Yeah.
Toast is a terrible person. But if I was a universally liked guy, then people see that. It's like Ninja. Like if you have a good track record and people like you and you mess up, people will overlook it. But if you're like someone people hate and you do the exact same thing as Ninja did, maybe you're just mumbling along to a
Oh,
song,
you'd be screwed.
you'd be buried. But like
Yeah.
what you guys did is the same thing, but it's just how the community react to it.
I guess like personally, I want to go like out of my way not to give anyone any reason to discredit me, which is the reason I wouldn't, view bot for exposure type of stuff. But another interesting point that we could discuss is the fact that you can't even tell who is view botting a channel when it is being view botted, unless they accidentally show the program on screen, which is why I've thrown out a couple names because that footage is out there. But yeah, some channels just do get view botted sometimes, and you can't really know from who. Like, have you guys ever had your channels view botted? Never?
Nope.
No?
I just started, so.
It's happened to me a couple times. I mean, I've been streaming like 4 years, but it's like very, very obvious. It's like average 1K and then randomly like 10K viewers. Oops. But whenever that happens, I always turn my stream off. Like I've heard some people say, oh, like just take advantage of the free viewers. But it's like, It's so obvious that that's not my usual viewer account that I wouldn't want people to think that it was me view botting, even if it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So I literally just like insta turn it off. Well,
There's
yeah.
nothing you can do to stop it, right?
No. If someone else is view botting your channel, no.
Yeah, you're like, this sucks. Oh well, getting view botted.
It's like, what do? Do you
Yeah.
report yourself? What? I don't know.
Yeah,
Luckily, though, I believe Twitch has cracked down on that kind of thing so
yeah. I rarely
much.
see view botting stuff.
No.
I don't know if you
That's
guys
why-
remember a time where it was actually like very, very prevalent
It was
on
like
Twitch.
0.7% of like Twitch users were view botting.
Yeah.
Which is like,
Really?
Yeah, which is like
That's actually a
12,000
lot.
users, which is
Yeah.
a lot.
Holy.
One of my favorite moments, like Destiny, who loves to call out people on view botting. One day, a popular view botting service went down, and he just went through the stats of
All
every
the
single like
Oh.
accused view
I
botter.
saw that thread.
And it's like 20 people, and everyone on the same day. I'm feeling kind of sick today, guys. Gonna take a break, get some rest. 20 people got sick at the same time. And then once the view botting service came back up, it's like, oh man, I feel a lot better.
That's
Oh
incredible. It was actually hilarious though, because I don't know if you guys or the viewers know of Twinge,
Yeah.
but it's something that kind of tracks your viewers over time. So anybody that was using that view botting service, you could see on their Twinge that their viewers dipped all at the exact same time. So there was this ginormous thread just calling out a bunch of streamers for view botting. It's like, damn. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a little deserved. So
Well, just so you know, with my view farming system, you will never have that problem ever. All right.
Is this your next thing?
Yeah.
Your next big?
This is they're real people out there, so you can't even get banned. It's just foolproof. I'll be offering this service in about
he's
next
not.
week.
He's joking.
I don't think he is. I really don't
He's
think he is.
I already booked my flight. I'm headed to that country with too many people.
I think Twitch basically like just killed view botting, which I'm glad to see. So thumbs up, Twitch. Great job. Keep it up. Proud of you.
Awesome. We have a break now, or
Intermission.
intermission? This this episode's pretty quick.
Yeah. Someone wanna?
Oh. Can I talk about my Twitter fame
Yeah.
in this back
Yeah.
intermission?
Oh yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Dude,
Do
I
you
s-
guys
go
know
to the bathroom.
Little Yachi?
yeah. I saw that clip and I was like, wait,
Who's
dude.
Lil Yachi.
He's a
Yachty?
a rapper, Chris.
Oh,
You know what a
okay. It's
rapper
what
is?
kids listen to, right?
Yeah,
Them
yeah.
rappers.
They,
Okay.
Going down with it.
They
Chris.
rhyme.
Wow. Okay.
And they
Is that the lingo?
Spit, but what?
The lingo? You get down with
Yeah,
that?
you're not
Yeah.
down with it.
I'm not down with it.
You are not down with it.
Fortnite Janet thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He posted it, or did
He
He
RT'd.
responded to it. He
Oh, what?
retweeted it. So yeah, it's weird. Fortnite is like so popular that like famous rappers, when they see a funny Fortnite clip, they talk about it.
Let's not.
What? So rappers would never
No,
talk
no,
about a
this
funny
isn't about
Hearthstone
Fortnite.
clip?
This is about how cute you and Janet were in that moment. The way you guys looked at each other and touched
If
each
that
other.
was Hearthstone, he wouldn't give a.
that doesn't. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe. You
I don't. What
actually-
is this card game? But like it was Fortnite, so like he saw it's like, oh yeah, this guy just lost the 1v1 the final 2 Fortnite game, and there's a girl. My favorite thing about that is like all the people saying I beat Janet on a regular basis, and that's why she's so like, please calm down, please don't beat me.
Whoa.
I actually never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I didn't see the clip, but that's cool. Lil Yachi?
Yeah.
Something.
Wait, you haven't seen the clip of him?
I haven't seen the clip. I don't know who this rapper is, but it's okay.
So basically, here, Toast and I will reenact it. So Toast is doing a 1v1.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And he just lost. And then what do you say?
I was like, oh my god.
It's okay, honey. It's okay.
She didn't say honey.
Oh, okay. It's okay, Toast. You did a good job.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Kinda
You've been improving so well lately, and you'll get it next time. Okay, I
Yeah.
promise.
Actually, I have to go.
And then like the tweet was, I need a girl like this, and then like Lil Yachi responded to it. It's like, yeah, I need to find a girl like this.
Yeah.
And like most of the replies are just boyfriends tagging girlfriends or girlfriends tagging boyfriends. Like, oh my god, this is so us. Kind of deal. That was very cute.
Yeah, no, I just saw that clip this morning, actually. I don't know how the heck I missed it, but it is so freaking
That happened
precious
a
and
while ago.
adorable. Even I was jealous. I was like, where can I get me a Janet? Goddamn. Sigh. Anyone looking to be my moral Fortnite support? please hit me up at pokimerch.com. That's so
You
nice.
could always get a cat. Bible thought.
Yeah. All right, so thank you guys to all the new subs and donators. I usually call them out by name, but I figured it would just be easier to have them rotate.
So Fortnite after?
I'm down.
Wait, don't
I
you
have
have
a dinner at 8, but maybe we can squeeze in some before or after. Yeah. I haven't played Fortnite all day because I had a bunch of disgusting IRL stuff to do. It made me really sad. So that's all I want to do right now.
Are you getting better? Have you won a solo game yet?
No, I don't really play solo that much. I really like duos.
I won my first solo. And it was like so
Good
gratifying.
job.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Was your
Proud of
opponent
you.
good or bad?
The third to last opponent was very good, and I like barely beat him. And then the like 1v1 situation with I swear to God, it was just a guy in a bush. Like he had no idea what he was doing. I was like, okay, this is easy.
That's me.
Yeah, you get a lot of those situations where like the last guy is just a beginner who crawled his way in.
Yeah.
And, like if you kill the other good guy, you just see a guy like hiding somewhere. So a lot of times like the big Fortnite streamers will take advantage and like just try and do something really crazy, like impulse them up in the sky and shoot them in the head. It's because the last guy is the coward
That's
new
so
player.
Funny.
Oh no.
Have you tried those
What?
guided missiles?
6%.
Oh, we should be okay.
All right, you ready?
All right,
Bum,
boys.
bum, 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 bum.
Next up, we are discussing.
Oh, do you want to read like notifications or?
That's okay.
Oh,
I just
we
let it
gave
roll
them a
through.
quick shout out.
Okay, sorry.
Well, that's what's up. Next up, we are discussing collaborative streams. So duos, trios, even this in a sense. It's
Yes.
a collaborative stream.
So collaborative streams is like essentially big streamers or small streamer, medium-sized streamer like streaming together, sometimes separately and sometimes on their own channel. So a way out, a very recent game release, whereas you have to play it with one other person. And, like everyone's been streaming. I think Tyler 1 played with Greek God, and like Lyric played with his brother. Soda Poppin I think played with Forsen. And then there was Far Cry 5, which you can also do the campaign in a duo. And like we've seen a lot of these like big streamers team up to do these duo streams at the same
And their
time.
numbers go.
Yeah, or like even Fortnite's like Ninja with Myth, or like Ninja with Dr. Lupo, who's like a 2K streamer.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of collab streams going on. Just talk about how we feel about collab streams. Like, do we like it? Do we feel like it takes away from certain aspects of our stream?
I think it's just a new like genre of like and the way I think of it is like filmmaking. Like when you think of like Pulp Fiction, I don't know if you guys seen, but there's like a bromance between like the two main characters, and I feel like people just want to see like multiple perspectives. It adds story, it adds interest. I fully support it, and I don't know, it's like another layer.
I think it's like the way better version of ViewBody. But not actually. It's like the best way, in my opinion, to get exposure for your stream. Play with someone who has a bit of a bigger community than you, or if you really enjoy playing with someone else and you think that they're a great streamer and you want to send some of your viewers there, showcase them by playing with them. And then both of your viewers kind of combine and both of them get introduced to a new person. And it's just more content for everyone. I know a lot of people like to throw around the word leeching, but like it has such a negative connotation, and I feel like it is really overused. Same as like the word toxic. You say this guy sucks and everyone's like toxic,
Yeah.
toxic. Like I play with Toaster, leech. It's like
Yeah.
no, dude. It's fine for people to do things together. If you didn't know, that's usually how friendships work.
Like if I play
Dude.
with a smaller guy streamer, I never see the word leech. If I play with a smaller girl streamer, leech. Like the
It
idea
is
the
way
same.
more common with girls
Yeah.
or with people who are like more IRL streamer-esque.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's a big meme in that scenario, but I think it's just because a lot of people don't like giving credit to others when they build a community based off of like entertainment as opposed to pure skill in a game or off of like personality or whatever it is. It's kind of new, so people just like to throw on the word leech to like discredit them. which is why I don't really agree with that.
Yeah, it's happened even to Pekka. Like she gets some messages. Yeah, yeah. It's just
Pekka is like a literal angel on earth.
yeah. So like she showed me some whispers she got on Twitch where they just like straight up trash her. You're not talented. You don't deserve to to have viewers. You don't have viewers because you're in the offline house. You don't have viewers because you're friends with
literally
Lily.
kill them.
And yeah,
I will literally kill them.
I would kill them too if I could. I mean, I would not.
I'm glad
Sorry.
it's not on my channel.
I would banish them to my farm, to my viewer farm. Okay. But yeah, and they're so hateful, and it's weird because they send her these messages, and then she doesn't respond, and then they just keep sending her more. It's just I don't understand why these people care that
Twitch,
much.
Like your
On
whispers?
whispers on. I don't understand what's the motivation behind that. It's just, hey, she lives in this house. She happens to
They're
stream
just
sometimes,
jealous.
and just it's so.
They wish they lived in the same house as Toast and Fed.
Yeah, and so weird because like you guys know she doesn't want to be a full time content creator. Like she has no desire to be something like that, and just she gets hate for it. It's like, hey, I just want to live my life, and I happen to be friends with people in the house. So it's just bugs me.
I mean, it helps like to give exposure to someone. And ultimately, like if their content is crap, my viewers aren't gonna jump over and watch them. Like if they have good content and like some of my viewers watch their stuff, it's like they have good content. I shouldn't be like, oh no, he's better than me. Better not like ever interact with him again. It's like it just raises the bar for yourself. Like if you're losing viewers to someone else, then that means your product is not as good and you need to raise it. If your only advantage is that your audience is like sheltered and don't know about anyone else, and you have to keep them like blindfolded and gagged so they don't discover better streamers, like that's not the way to do it. So like my attitude is like I'm always down to collab with people and like play with others.
For me, it's like I encourage like people to like interact with each other, like going into people's rooms, like fucking IRLing, like taking the backpack and going into like your room or Lily's room, or like literally just trolling. Like I think that like it helps, like not only like helps us feel more like a unit, but it helps everyone, and it adds that like element that no other people have. Like I don't know any other people that live with each other other than like Kimmy and Janet, or Kimmy
Leslie.
yeah. I think that adds like a whole different like
Oh, hey,
element.
just-
Aww,
thanks for the love chat, by the way. Thank you for the
I
hearts.
think the one thing I am afraid of is like, because I've been streaming mostly solo for more than a year. Because Hearthstone's a single player game and there's no like collab besides every now and then you duo with someone. And for me, I don't want to stray too far from that because I don't want to have a reputation of someone turning on my stream and they 100% expect like
Someone else.
because you know it sets expectations and it also drives the people who's like, I just want to watch you play some Hearthstone, and sometimes it's like chaos going on kind of deal. So for me, I've just been trying to find that right balance between solo streams and like duo streams and collab streams.
The worst is when they're like, show this person or do this, and they make you like want to like do something, and you're like,
Yeah.
It makes you want to do it less.
The thing I've seen the most is like when I'm playing horror games, like people always go into your chats and like scare fed, and it's just like that's uncomfortable. Like I imagine it'd be uncomfortable for you guys because like one, it's not in line with like what like your agenda is, and that's uncomfortable when chat like makes you want to do something. I don't know.
It's fine to like throw out an idea. Okay.
But like
whole
persistently,
chat trying to peer pressure you all at once to do something
no.
can be very obnoxious, yeah. But personally, the way that I look at it is that I think almost every single time it will be mutually beneficial and fun. It's way easier for me to stream when I'm doing it with other people and having fun. I like that mix up of things, like switching things up. It's really, really enjoyable. Creates some new form of content. And like even if I am playing with someone with, obviously it's very beneficial to play with someone with a bigger fan base than mine, but if they have a smaller community than mine, I feel like, hey, maybe I'm going to, maybe I will get exposure to even 5, 10, 100 people that don't know who I am yet, and maybe they will become a part of my stream and they'll enjoy my content. Regardless of how many, there's always something good to be gained aside from just the fun times, which is more than enough on their own.
I'm just curious, have you guys actually met or collaborated with a leech before? Or someone who you found out to be a leech afterwards?
There actually are leeches, but like it's very easy to tell when someone's like that.
Like just random DM, hey, let's play some games together?
Yes.
Or have you guys? You want to call anyone out? Or
I think for me, it's the people who show up in chats like, hey, come check out my stream. I'm giving away a GTX 1080 Ti. Please watch my stream. They just go into every single popular stream and
Copy
Oh
spam
my
it.
god.
Like that's the only thing that's really like.
So no one that's been close or that you're friends with for maybe a few months or something, you're like, oh wait, he just wanted a host or he just wanted to like.
I
dual
think
stream.
it's no. I mean, when people approach me to do collaboration dual streams, like I know a small part of it's because I have an audience and like they want to be exposed to it. But like if I like the person and enjoy them, it's like that's normal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I meet someone and I don't like them and they're like, hey, let's stream together, I just wouldn't stream with them, right?
But do you ever have people like that you're not very close with, but you know of each
Oh my
other,
God.
and then they
Dude,
like try
yes.
so
I
hard?
get that so much. And it's just
Ooh,
like,
that puts me in such an uncomfortable situation. There was this one
So
girl. I mean,
Name,
like just like we
name,
know each. No.
yeah, I actually,
Just like we know each other. She knows some of my friends. I remember this one time she messaged like 4 of us at the exact same time, asking to do like the exact same thing,
my
sort
God.
of. And it's like we don't really like know you like that, but I understand you're probably trying to like collab, get exposure through other streams. I get that, but you don't want to do that in authentic manner. You know?
Interesting. Bet you know someone?
I actually completely lost my thought, but I really wish I could name drop, but I can't.
No, because like the intention or the action isn't necessarily bad. So I wouldn't name drop about this kind of thing. It's just for anyone who's like looking to do that kind of thing, it's way better to collab with someone that you're already friends with or you already get along with. That type of thing. Don't just be like, hey, like me and this random streamer follow each other. Let me just ask to blah, 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 blah. Because 9 times out of 10, they're probably not going to be that interested. I don't know.
But there have been drama in the past where, you know, one person does use another person, and it happens even outside of Twitch when people collaborate, you know, they get jealous of each other. And have you guys ever felt jealous of another person who you collab with a lot and they just get way bigger than you and you're like, why?
I do feel like a little bit of jealousy when I see like someone I collab with and like they gain more benefit from it than me. But that's really not on them. It's more on me. It's like, hey, they were able to capitalize on it and I wasn't. So maybe I'm doing something wrong or like I need to up my own game. Because like if they're being successful, it's like, hey, stop being successful. You're better than me. It's like I need to do something different, right? So whenever that happens, I'm like, I didn't do it as well as them. I need to change up how I do it.
Fed, Poki, you ever been in that situation before?
I mean,
where-
I just started out,
Oh.
so I mean, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, but
Okay. When your son editor becomes bigger than you, then
Holy
maybe
shit.
it'll happen. I'm just kidding.
I don't even think he's in the States, but
What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, I'd want to see him, you know? You gotta see what he's like IRL.
You gotta smuggle them
I don't
in
even
the
know what he
country.
looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I care like an inexplicable amount, is that even a word, about like my Twitch channel and my career. Like it is my life. So of course there have been situations where I feel like those little bouts of like jealousy. I see someone else doing like super well for whatever reason that it is or isn't related to me. But as Toast said, and hearing him, like having him in the house and having him to discuss things with helps me develop a better mentality towards those things and channel those feelings into motivation to be better or to do better. And I think ultimately, like, that's what you need to do to be successful. If you recognize those feelings, if you feel that way, just recognize where it's coming from and manifest it into good things.
If anything, it like inspires me to like be better, like you said. Like then it's something on you. Like you should just like, what are you doing wrong, or what could you do better?
Yeah.
So these feelings of animosity just can't imagine existing for me. If anything, it helps everyone because we're all like a unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very well said.
We're
by
a
the way.
thug unit.
Thank you.
Because I know it, like you heard of like Amanda Cerny and her battle with that other girl on.
Oh
it was
yeah.
really-
That's
have you heard
really
about this?
interesting.
Yeah. So
Do you want to
so these two Instagrammers, huge, like
They are very popular.
20
like
million
hot
followers.
Instagram comedian model girls, that type.
yeah. So Amanda Cerny, they're at probably 10 million followers. Has a her and her friend are really big Instagrammers, and her. What's her name?
Lele Pons. I
Lele
believe,
Pons, yeah.
correct?
And Lele got very jealous. So Amanda Cerny started to notice, oh, like random Instagram posts would get deleted, or stories would get deleted, or
on
videos
YouTube,
would just disappear. And it's like, oh well, YouTube, they're just terrible at it. My videos just get randomly deleted. And I can't remember how she caught her friend, but basically I think she went to the bathroom or something, came back and saw her friend on her phone like deleting stuff on it. So they just blew up, and she's like, oh, I got so jealous, like you kept getting more likes than me, so I started deleting your posts on Instagram, and you're going on your YouTube and deleting your stuff. She's like, what the fuck? And then it was a huge breakup between two people. But that is the most jealousy I've ever seen in my life. So Toast, like, I don't know, maybe one day you'll
I've
have
had
a
friends
rival.
like that.
Really?
They should be crazy, yeah.
What?
They're the exact, because like,
Oh, you know
Lely
what?
would literally go
I
up to him, she'd be like, I'm so sorry that someone would do that to you, like, that's so unfortunate, and then behind her back, she's the one fucking doing it. Like, I've been in that exact scenario. Yeah,
That's
jealousy
terrible.
is like,
So your friendship
very
just
scary.
like gone.
Yeah.
Like, holy-
No, you lose trust for someone instantly in situations like that.
Yeah, no, I would never
Yeah.
trust someone. I don't even know what I would do. Like, what would you do if your YouTube video was deleted and you're like, it was some other Hearthstone player?
Like,
No, it was like your close
are
friend.
they also a content creator?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lele Pond.
Oh.
She's huge too, and both of their careers are still huge.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the most extreme, like, toxic way to put yourself ahead, right? It's not like you're in a race. It's not running faster. It's like trying to trip the other guys.
Yeah.
So, like, an extreme version is like, if I'm a Hearthstone streamer and someone's bigger than me, I'm like, I'm going to break his legs or, like, poison his drink.
Or like DDoS him.
Yeah, exactly.
I have his Skype. I'm gonna DDoS him every time he streams.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, it does put you ahead. Like, oh, now I'm the biggest Hearthstone streamer because, he's in the hospital and can't stream kind of deal. But, like, are you going to do that to every single competing streamer, right? No. You have to just really just raise, again, your own quality of content. But we've all had that thought. Well, I mean, I've had that thought, but it's not something I would ever even remotely, like, put into action.
It's funny because remember,
There's a clip of you saying, where's Crip gonna be at TwitchCon?
actually, yeah, wasn't Crip sick for TwitchCon suddenly, and you replaced him for something? And
I replaced him for 2 events, actually.
too.
But I wasn't near him when he got sick.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. But yeah.
That's very suspicious, though. If you see someone rising to the top and everyone around him is just getting sick, and their YouTube channels are just getting deleted and stuff like that.
Man,
But it's
deleting, like, how do you even get away with, like, deleting
Because she
content?
knew like the girl's passcode. Because when you're best friends with someone, you share everything. Imagine your best friend goes, I'm so sorry, all this unfortunate career stuff is happening to you. And behind the scenes, they're the ones doing it. Like, how evil
But
do
why
you
not
have to
just
be?
poison the girl drink at that point? Like, if you're that desperate to be bigger than your, like, best friend competitor, just, like, why go through the small, I'll just delete this one Instagram post or, like, remove this one video. Just go all the way. It's like, if you're gonna cross
Are you
that,
saying, like, just kill them? What do you mean?
like,
What? I don't think she wanted to go to jail. She just wanted to have more Instagram followers.
like, ethically, it's like you're breaking so much trust
Yeah.
there, right?
I don't think we've seen any level of jealousy on Twitch, like that kind of level, right? Like there hasn't been.
I think there's
I'm
a lot
sure
of
there has
jealousy
been
and
between
resentment,
people.
Yeah.
but not to a point where they go out of their way to screw them that hard.
Yeah.
I think there have been some like public-ish fights, but nothing super intense.
Damn. That's
This
kind of messed up.
actually reminds me of a quote that I really, really like and that has had a very profound impact on me in the last few months. And it is, I read it in Tools of Titans, and it's, how can I be less competitive in order to be more successful? And every day, it just pushes me to be friends with everyone. It's like, it's very easy and almost intuitive to look at other Twitch streamers as competition, because in a sense you are, but it feels so much better and is so much better for your community to just look at everyone as a friend or someone that you can both grow with, as opposed, to be against.
Because I feel like right now, like we're on this boat, and like it's called the Twitch boat, and like it's not that main. Yeah, we're a ship, all right.
Yeah.
And this boat isn't really mainstream yet, but like when people like Ninja like interact with like mainstream people like Drake, I feel like it brings so much attention to like Twitch as a whole, and it helps everyone. In the same way, like you said, like when we collab, when we try or trio stream, like it helps like everyone grow.
In that sense, it's like if we're all on this boat, I would rather work with people to make this boat bigger and stronger as opposed to kick people off this boat till I'm the last one on the fucking boat. Like, why?
I don't know.
What's the saying in high tide or something? Raises all
Rising
rising
tide
tide.
raises all shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Raise us, Ninja, raise
Yeah,
us.
come on. Bring in those viewers. Logan Paul, bring in those viewers, right? And
Right.
Jake, which one is streaming now?
Logan.
Yeah.
Logan, yeah.
And
Fed,
Team 10.
or Fed, whichever.
Please. We need anyone at this point just to get more viewers. Have you ever felt so I know two streamers, one that got really, really big.
Name.
No, I can't name drop for
Yeah.
this one. They were really good friends. They used to play a lot before, like for over a decade. And now this person got really big. The smaller streamer isn't sure. Like he's scared that, hey, if I ask to duel with him, he may look like a leech or feel like a leech. Have you ever felt like you were a leech by collaborating with someone when you guys were smaller? Like, were you scared of?
I was never small. That's the
Uh,
was I ever a smaller streamer in a duo stream? I don't think so.
I mean, like back in the day when you streamed for the first time, did you ever collab with someone and you were afraid? No.
No,
Okay.
I would get hosted by bigger streamers, and I'd be very appreciative of it. It's like thanks, man, for the exposure. But yeah, it does feel weird as a small streamer to ask a bigger streamer to play together, because you just get that feeling. It's like, I don't know how this is gonna come off. So, which is why I never did it.
I see. So you never asked you won't ask someone like Ninja to duel or anything like that.
No, unless like there's an easy way to do it, or like if he expresses interest, it's like, oh, I
Yeah.
like this guy's posted Hearthstone content. Then that gives me, it's like, hey, thanks for the shout out. You want to play together sometime? Like, yeah.
No, sorry, go for it.
It's just hard to like out of the blue ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Nightblue if he wants to play Fortnite with us. So I mean, he said he couldn't that day, but when I imagine Nightblue, like he just switched from League to Fortnite, so I feel like he wants to like establish himself as like first like a solo Fortnite streamer, and not so much like try and duo with people, because right now he has to focus on like his audience, right? Because like most of his audience is like, oh, League, go back to League, and like I've seen his chat. It's like a lot of people just like, where's League? Bring League back. So I mean, doing with people, it's definitely like something we should explore more. I don't know.
But have you ever felt like a leech before, or not approached someone?
I mean,
because
that's the thing. I don't want to feel like a leech, because like if I only deal with people that I feel like add like another element, you know, like story wise, you know. So not so much of a leech, no.
For me, I usually, as Toast I think mentioned, I try to do it in a context where it makes sense. So like if we're chatting or if they bring it up first, it's always way easier if they show interest first in collabing. But also, otherwise, it makes me feel a lot better about asking someone to play with me if I know I can bring something to the table to make their stream even better. I remember long time ago, I played with this one French streamer. His name is Domingo, great friend of mine. And although his viewer base was a lot bigger than mine, I did like, we made it a two-parter. So on one of them, I only showed up on his stream, and that gave him like a huge rise in numbers. And then another time, we just played together and we're both streaming. So in that sense, he got quite a bit out of it, and I did as well.
Okay.
So I just try to make it, as I said, mutually beneficial. That's pretty
Twitch
important.
loves it when a guy plays with a girl. Let me tell you that right now. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
true,
oh,
true.
playing with a girl, this shit is top-notch
Yeah.
quality. Interaction with females, oh, this is the stuff I live for. But no matter which guy streamer does it, it's just for some reason, like if a guy streamer interacts with another girl streamer, like chat starts freaking out. It's
I
like,
think it's because they want to live vicariously through you, which is kind of cute.
yeah.
Have you played with Domingo since?
I have a couple times, but not so much since I moved to Cali because he lives in France.
Oh.
So before our time difference was like okay, and now it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not gonna work.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, great dude.
All right, what's next on the topic?
Next up, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
Poki has
Easy
1 million
clap.
Twitch
Oh,
followers. Yay.
so I was gonna get
And
you
about to hit
something,
mil
but then
on
I
YouTube.
didn't. So
But the fact that you said
Yeah.
you thought
Yeah,
about
I
it.
thought
It's the
about
thought that counts.
yeah,
It's really
Toast
the
and I
thought
were
that counts.
were thinking about doing something, but then we just didn't do it. But I will give you.
You
a
know what?
handshake.
Toast gave
Wait.
me a Twitch Prime
Oh,
shout out. Oh, well, thank you.
yeah.
Thanks for the handshake. Toast gave me a Twitch Prime shout out, which was probably more valuable than anything you guys could have got me. So
Wait, so
Wait,
you're
what?
saying the 4 dozen flowers?
Mine was better.
yeah, I was talking about them.
Oh, okay.
But
really
okay, fine,
appreciate
compared
the
to
flowers.
now.
Okay, no.
So we were
Wait,
gonna
who's
get
giving
you.
I'll
Who's
have to
better?
look at the Twitch Prime numbers first.
And
then I'll get back to you
guys.
I'll get back to you guys.
So we were gonna get you chicken nuggets,
Oh my god, that would have been so nice.
but
we could still get
we
it.
still get it. Yeah.
Oh. Chicken nuggets.
Hey, relax,
Pizza. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
relax.
Chicken nuggets. But yes, Poki hit 1 million followers 3 days ago.
First female streamer to hit.
All right,
How do you feel about that when people
how's
say
it-
that first female streamer to hit 1 million followers? First
Okay,
individual
I would like to
with
say I didn't personally want to bring up this topic, but Toast thought it'd be a good idea, which I thought was so nice. I didn't even think of discussing this at all, but it is a very nice opportunity for me to just say thank you to anyone who has supported me or followed me over the 4 years that it took to get here. Yeehaw. And all my awesome friends and family that support me. So thank you guys for that. For the discussion part of this and the whole female hit 1 mil, I'm personally I'm really proud of that. I don't see it as like a hot pocket SJW, I'm a girl by the way thing. It's just like, it's cool. And I
Yeah.
feel like I hope that it paves the way for more people to, or for more girls to hit this milestone and, you know, go above and beyond. But yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you guys think is essential in growing a Twitch channel? Or what type of characteristics or traits do you think really help and lead to success on this platform? Because I feel like we're people who understand the space pretty well, and I think we'll all have pretty different perspectives on that.
Consistency. Boom. Consistency in scheduling, like stream times more or less, and then consistency of quality, I think, are like pretty important. Because for me, if you're not consistent, if you don't stream every day, or sorry, if you don't stream like consistently every day, then people just like aren't like gonna anticipate your stream. Just stop watching. They'll start watching other people. For quality, it's like, well, I'm here in your chat, but you're not really doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not really interacting. I don't know. So those two are really important for me.
I think you just have to be really good at the games as well. Like, you don't have to be professional level, but
What if you don't play games?
Who doesn't play games?
IRL. That's the new
IRL
thing.
is
What
for
if-
you.
Wait,
You just sit in front of the camera and be like,
wait a second.
but yeah, like if you want to be, like being good at the game is almost essential. Like even if you don't not the best, you just have to be like top 10%, which isn't that hard when you consider the amount of people playing. And also, I'm a big believer in like events like that blows you up. Like once that happens, you have to capitalize on it. Like even Tyler One getting banned, like he went. I'm not sure how much viewers Tyler One got before the ban.
Before the ban?
Yeah. Like it's
10
less
to 15?
10.
10, but like
10K?
after his ban and like his returns, like a spark of event
Yeah.
that propels him to like 20K, like doubles his viewership. Like Dr. Disrespect returning from his break after the scandal, like another spark that keeps things going. So you need something to catch fire. Like if you're just a streamer and you're consistent every day, I've seen streamers be consistent for like a year. It's like 1 viewer, 2 viewer, 5 viewers. Nothing happens. They're like,
Dude,
someone
You
told
know,
me to be consistent.
I want to throw out a theory or like an explanation. I believe that consistency on Twitch maintains your viewer base. It does not grow it. It is outside factors that usually grow your actual viewership average number. So things like YouTube, or as you said, events happening, like throughout, if you go from like 0 followers to 1 million, it's been like gradual for me, but there will be like little spikes. For example, us IRLing in Taiwan, or me starting to play Fortnite. I try to take advantage of things that I know are like hot or trendy, without, you know, moving too far from what people
Your
know me
main-
for,
yeah.
or what my core fan base enjoys about me. So you have to be smart about it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I have a friend that's been streaming for 3 years.
Mhm.
His average viewer is 1 to 2. So I've
Still streaming?
yeah,
How
He just
often?
every day.
Every day?
Yeah, he's like gold 5 in like league.
But he's not
Does
try-
he need a
There's-
shout out?
No,
Does
He's
he
not
want an
trying.
event?
He's not trying to be a streamer though, right? Like, he's just doing it for fun at this point. You can't.
I don't know. Do you
1 to 2
stream, Do you
viewers?
stream for fun?
Yo, this is his.
Full-time streamer.
if
Yeah,
you
it's just
stream,
how do you-
if you stream from 5 to 8 hours a day.
Is he streaming right now?
5 to
We can, we can give him his break.
No,
Yeah.
Come on.
What is it?
Why don't you want to give him a break? Is he just
I
bad?
just don't know how to spell it correctly.
Alright, just go for it. This is his break. You can make him the next big
I
streamer.
don't know. It's like Maltaboro or something. I don't know. It's
He's gonna watch this
look
and
up
be
on your
like,
phone,
"You
ask him
screwed
right
me,
now. My phone's
Fed.
dead.
You screwed me."
Oh,
okay.
well, he missed his chance.
Well, sorry, Fed's friend. You could have been the next ninja, but like Fed can't even remember your
If
URL.
only you had an easier to remember username. Another thing that's very important.
Oh yeah.
But it's hard, right? Like, what if you're this guy with 1 or 2 viewers? How do you just have to make your content better? You just
I mean,
have
he's
to
on
be
my
better at the game.
he's on my follow list. I'm just saying. Yeah.
You either make one really good piece of content, you have like a viral clip, or do something really obscene.
You have to stand out to start off.
Yes. You have to give people a reason to watch you. There's so much 1 viewer, 2 viewer streams, like thousands. Like, you need to give them a reason to watch you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's something really negative or something really positive, just give them a reason, right?
Or even like really random. Like, how did you guys start off? For me personally, I used to post my Twitch URL in the in a Tumblr post, and I would just hashtag League of
yeah.
Legends, and people would follow the League of Legends tag, and that's how I got my first 50, 100 viewers, which is like the hardest ones to get. But yeah, like that was my way of getting exposure, and it wasn't anything like huge or anything that set me apart
That's it.
a lot.
Do you ever put your Twitch URL and your username in the video game? Like every time I play Fortnite, I kill someone's Twitch TV, blah blah blah. It's like, all right.
Does that work? I really wonder.
No, I've seen Ninja kill someone like that
Yeah.
with the Twitch name, and I went to check out the stream and saw people like insulting, like get dunked on, you like R word, N word, every single insult. I'm like, damn, look, he just lost Ninja. Take it easy. But
It's Ninja, holy.
yeah, it's like so insane the amount of toxicity. And then you see one guy, hey, that was a good play, man.
Aw.
For like 99%.
Hey, that's 1 viewer worth.
But like it does work, but you don't want to grow your stream because you got killed or like you killed some other big Twitch streamer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's just a bad like place to start. That's like a bad foundation. You can't build a mansion out of sand, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So for me, I started streaming a little bit, from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And my advice is to get a host from your friends that live in the house who also happen to be streamers.
Yeah.
So,
That's some great advice, Chris.
yeah, if
You
you
just
have,
live
advice.
with
Yeah.
Twitch streamers.
I used to just like
Yes.
PayPal toast like every time after he hosted me.
You never PayPal'd me.
Oh, I give you some. Never mind.
You give me food.
Yeah.
A lot of food. Actually, in honor of 1 mil followers, I plan on doing like a Professor Poki type of stream where I just answer all the FAQs for growing your Twitch stream. Like, do you guys not get the same questions all the time? How do I grow this? How do I grow that?
What game should I play?
And it's like, you can't just give them a super straightforward answer. It's not just live with a bunch of streamers. Like, it's not that easy or simple.
yeah, because even though I, got a following and everything because of living in the house and everything, you have to be entertaining. Like, I notice even when I jump on sometimes, if I'm boring as shit, like I'll average like 500-600 people. But if I'm entertaining, I can get like 1,000 to 2,000. So
But I think your case is a bit different because you already start above all of the.
yeah. What
you
I'm
know?
saying is
You're
that
already
even
like top 10.
but even with the help, if I'm boring as shit, like no one's gonna watch. And that's why I think content at the end of the day is like really, really important.
Yeah.
Like you need to be fresh. Like Fed's funny because he's an idiot,
Yeah,
right?
I don't even think I'm that entertaining. I just think I'm an idiot, like fucking troll, and like people want to see that, I guess.
I think there's 2 steps. 1 is have content that is worth watching for your target demographic, and then 2 is get exposure to that target demographic. That's it. If I had to, like, that's the best way that I could summarize it.
That's why people with good content will eventually get noticed, which is why the attack didn't take off, because their content was bad. And then Fed, where you got noticed. Like Fed was a natural. I just remember when you started IRLing, you knew how to, stream. You knew how to be entertaining, right? Like
I call that the X factor.
The X factor. Yeah, you knew it right away. So when he announced him being a full-time content creator, it was no surprise to anybody, and we all like encouraged you to do it. If you were just boring shit, not entertaining, and we knew that you were just leeching off of the numbers of being in this house, we'd probably tell you that. But but yeah, that wasn't the case. So you rose way up, like above that.
Dude, every time I think of me announcing before. You guys know what I'm talking about? The clip where like Chris reacts to me announcing.
Yeah, laughing my.
I wish we could show that.
Or drinking or whatever the fuck it is. That announcement was funny.
Oh god. No, but for me, I just felt like I'm a very like social, like outgoing person, and like for me, playing games is very hard. Like I don't know how you guys do it. That's why I legit like look up to you guys, because like the fact that you can play games and be entertaining at the same time is something I have not even come close to like achieving. But for IRL, it's very natural to me, because I've always been just a very like outgoing, social. I don't want to say fratty, but like just a bro,
Yeah. You bring a different element, because I know like we were talking and how like you want to do stuff outside the house, maybe you want to travel, maybe you want to do like all these things, because like you just can't sit there. So like the X factor, you either have it or you don't.
I think the X factor
can be trained. Like,
slightly. In my opinion, it refers a lot to how much you can entertain an audience of people, but also like you don't necessarily need it to be successful on Twitch. For Twitch, like just capitalize on your strengths, and you see Fed doing that by doing IRL instead of gaming, or by traveling or doing whatever. If you're really good at a game, just play the game. Maybe don't do IRL. Capitalize on whatever the heck you're good at, and use your strengths.
Yeah, and you can manufacture that too. So one big example is Seinfeld. So everyone thinks, oh, he does this show, it's so funny, he knows how to say it. But if you read up on him, he spent hours every single day perfecting it, practicing in front of his friends and asking, oh wait, should I say this? Should I pause a little bit longer? Exactly, dedication. He would stand in front of the mirror and do that nonstop until he got noticed and blew up. So there's that way, or there's a Fed way where he just knows like what to do. I can't snap, but he doesn't know, he knows right away like what to do in the moment. So,
I quite agree with that statement, mate.
There are 2 ways.
I appreciate you taking the time to make those sentiments.
Oh yeah, no problem, man.
I hate to hear those stories of people just doing the same thing every day and expecting different results.
Yep.
That doesn't work for any aspect of your life whatsoever.
Yeah, like you can give it like maybe a week or 2 to see it. Maybe you just have like a consistency base.
Yeah.
But like if you've done it for half a year and your viewership does not change and it's like really low, then it's like you can't keep doing that. You have to do something, right? Like consistency, like Poki said, is good when you have a fan base or a viewer base, and you just want to keep that and you're happy with it. But if you don't have anything, consistency is not helpful by itself.
Consistently doing the wrong thing will not get you good results. Surprise.
So I'm just curious for you guys, was there any major changes that you made to your content or stream that just accelerated your growth? Like, for example, you guys have been fairly successful consistently, but was there something where even with that success, you thought to yourself, well, I'm stuck at 5,000 concurrents or 3,000 concurrents.
Stuck at 5,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What a sad life. Holy.
But where you thought to yourself, okay, I need to change something. I need to be a better content creator. And what was that change that you guys did?
I haven't really had those thoughts. For me, I've just been doing what I've been doing. And like I see opportunities to maybe do something like attention grabbing, like go play in a Hearthstone tournament and do something crazy there, or like to IRL stream, dates, or like talking to a lot of girls, and it's like it's interesting by itself, but I'm not gonna do that every single day. It's like, hey, 10 more girls lined up to talk to. That's my content now. But it's like these stuff that breaks up the monotony and like get eyeballs on it. But then you go back to your like the things you want to do for a while, the things you're comfortable with.
So you think maybe it was also your move to California was definitely one of it. I think the
Oh,
second
for
one.
me,
Chris
yeah.
is trying to
It should
justify
move. No.
scamming me and coming to office.
I told you I'll get your passport back in about a year or two. Once
This
I
is
get
like-
10 more hosts.
The ends doesn't justify the means, Chris.
I'd say the second thing for you is the mask, right?
Oh yeah.
That probably helped a lot for your career and the way that you
Nobody
handled that.
cared who I was till I took off the mask.
Damn.
That was the second thing, and then probably the dual streams and everything.
Dual streams,
Yeah.
missing a tournament, getting banned by Blizzard. Like it's all these moments.
You were banned by Blizzard?
Because
Yeah,
you like
publicize an exploit.
yeah.
But it's like these moments where something happens and new viewers
There's
come
more
in.
eyeballs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Poki? Was there at a point where you felt it was stale and you needed to change things, and what was that change?
I think for me it was streaming for a long time was just like a hobby or a part-time job.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to worry about things being stale or not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as I went full-time, for a while I was consistent and I kept that viewer base, but nothing really changed. Then as soon as I came to Cali, I saw how much changing things affects your viewer count or your entire career. And it makes sense. If you want to see changes, you change what you're doing. So definitely moving, this offline TV house, like revision number 2, switching game, like Fortnite just has so many eyeballs on it. Obviously, I'm going to try to take advantage of that a bit. When we did a lot of IRLs and when offline TV blew up a bit, we all got a lot of new fans from that, which was awesome. So, whatever is more trendy or happening, you try to take advantage of that as much as you can.
Before we get to Fed, I think that's true. I want to add to that. So I feel that a lot of fans, like when they watch you from the very beginning, they see you grow. So from what Toast is saying, from what you were saying, I'm seeing a trend where it's like they just see you grow as a human being. And the more people that watch and the more they relate to you or experience, watching your content, the more that they just want to keep following that life. Like, what is Poki be doing in 5 years? What game should be playing then? Like, what's up in your life? What's changing? It's like, I remember like when they weren't in the house. I remember when they were in the first house, or I remember when they were in the third house. Now and they're in the fifth. Like how you just grow up as a person. So I think that does like attract a lot of attention.
It's nice to be able to show different aspects of who you are to people, because I think that makes you more interesting as well as relatable, but also you don't want to like do a 180 and totally change who you are, because then that'll throw off your
Change my name,
original
change
fans.
my whole look, change the game all in one day. It's like, who the hell is this person on the stream? Right?
Yeah.
But Fed, have you, was there any point, I know your streaming career was very short, but is there any point where you
Short.
thought, hey, I need to change things up a little bit, I need an IRL or anything at all?
It's actually more recently for me because I've been splitting IRL and then playing Fortnite. And for me, it's like I've never been a gamer. Like I'm not really that into games. I was always into like FPS games and like League, but I'm like at the point where like, okay, I think everyone is doing this right now. And I've always been the type of person that like I value like doing different things. I want to see myself as the guy that like is going to do things differently. And so right now my strengths are like IRL. So I really want to push the boundaries on like IRL content, the kind of IRL content you see on Twitch. So I think I'm going to focus on that more and less gaming. There's still going to be like gaming stuff, but I think ultimately it's never been my thing. And I think like as much as I respect the hell out of you guys, like gaming, like being entertaining and gaming, I don't think it's for me per se. But
That's totally fine.
yeah.
Yeah, I really encourage you to travel, like especially around Europe.
That's what I said as well.
Oh yeah,
I
like,
think you'd be really good at that.
like Europe fits in like this. It's unbelievably
Yeah.
small, so you can take a train.
We're
and
going
go,
to
like,
Mexico.
Anywhere.
I mean,
oh, you're in Mexico, Tijuana,
everywhere, dude.
or anything.
Yeah.
Visit your hometown and everything.
Wait, it's not my hometown.
Wait, what?
I was born here, Chris.
Oh,
What the fuck?
sure. That's what your passport says, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's all right. Your secret's safe.
Dude, I'll never forget when we went to Taiwan and like we're going through immigration and like you guys just walk by immigration. And I'm just there like, all right, I'm here for like 2 minutes. Like, why are they taking forever for me? What's going on?
You ever Scar's like taking a picture of you as you're trying to get through customs? He's like, this is so funny. He's not gonna get in.
I'm just like monka.
He's like sweating.
Holy shit.
But you should travel a lot. You should try to do solo. I've been talking to other people because some people are starting to travel now. It's off season.
Mm-hmm.
Like you should try to travel. Like try it alone for a little bit and then maybe go with someone else later. I think it's a really interesting.
I think it'd be
experience.
cool if I linked up with Jake. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like find some time to like hang out. But I definitely recommend trying to do it alone, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's an interesting experience.
Yeah, I want to do that for sure.
Yeah. So hopefully we see some of that soon.
Ish, in like 2 months maybe.
Tomorrow, let's go.
Anywho's, so another topic of discussion. As I said earlier, I am pretty proud to be the first girl to hit 1 mil. But I was wondering whether you guys thought that, because I've been on Twitch for 4 years, so even then, I wasn't like the first to the game. I wasn't here when it was like Justin TV. And there have been so many other female broadcasters that are like better at games than me or have been here for longer, have done so much more. So I never thought that I would be the first to hit this milestone. And I was wondering if you guys thought that it's typically easier for girls to get followers or harder, or is there any difference at
discussion.
all?
Scar made this discussion. I think it's easier. Scar pointed this out illustrated this very well. He said that it's very easy for girls to get like a bump in viewership, so 50 to 100K.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he said for girls, it's very hard to get over the 500 viewer lump, is what he called it. Like it's very hard to get.
That shit is so true.
Yeah, it's very hard to get over that. And once you get over that, then you're kind of set. But I forgot the rest. But there's a 1K and a 2K lump as well.
But is that because of the type of streamers that are on there, or is it more to do with the gender itself, like, or the type of content that they're putting out there? So, for example, Poki plays a lot of games, plays a lot of League of Legends, she's done it for a long time, so she got over that hump, really easily. But is there a reason why a lot would be more stuck at 500, as Skara said?
I think if there's a lot of thirsty AF, there's like some enough that like they'll scour through the files of the Twitch streams looking for girls to talk to, like especially lower viewer counts, so they can go in there. It's like type in there. It's like she'll read it kind of deal. Like I think girls will have like a very tiny like bump at the very beginning, but it's not exactly the kind of audience you want as your base, right? So I think I agree with Scar. Is like you can get a couple hundred of viewers if you're good camera, good sound, like decent gameplay by being a girl that guys don't have. But it's like you also get judged extra hard on certain things. Like if you're not a good player, then people are just gonna like at the same level, a guy and a girl, the girl will get more shit if you're both silver. Except people go into the girl chat, it's like you're only getting views because you're a girl, you're garbage at this game. Like if a guy's trash at the game, they just say, oh, you're bad. That's it. But like if a girl's bad at game, it's like you're bad because you're a girl and that's why you're bad.
It's the vagina making you not good.
It's like, why can't she just be a bad player kind of deal? She can't just suck at League because she sucks at League, right? So there's definitely upside and downside to being a girl. I'm a guy. I don't have a strong opinion on this. I'm afraid
honestly,
to say the wrong
I
thing.
feel like a lot of people are so scared to talk about this topic. And I mean, it's probably because I'm a girl that I'm not as scared, but really I just like to look at things logically. And I mean, just like in terms of demographics, there's way more dude streamers than female streamers, which in one sense is cool because you're already different just because of your gender. So there will be people that are attracted to that, especially because it's the opposite sex. But also, I just feel like there haven't been that many girls to do that many different things to stand out. It's so true that there's like a very hard like bump to get over at like 500 viewers than at 1K viewers. Yep. And even I was like probably stuck at 1K or 2K for a while. And I was lucky because I got the opportunity to try a lot of different things, and I took those risks and those chances of coming to LA, of moving in with Skara, of doing whatever. And a lot of that takes really tough skin. That's the one thing that I noticed. So I understand and I emphasize for a lot of girls, it's like you don't want to put yourself out there too much because you already get so much hate. It's like, well, if I switch it up and do this random thing, or if I try doing that, I understand why they would be scared of all the hate that will come with all those eyeballs or attention. So I understand it's not easy, but hopefully there will be more people willing to experiment.
Sorry, those Fedmyster emotes.
Huh?
Stop.
Sorry.
Oh,
I fucking knew you'd say it.
Fed, how did you get over that hump?
The Fedmyster, huh?
I'm sorry, that's very well said, Poki, by the way.
Oh,
the
thanks.
thick skin part, like it's really hard. So I imagine like you've probably had to go through a lot of stuff, and not everyone is as strong as you to do that.
Thanks. You just have to learn to like really tune it out.
That's what a nice thing to say,
Yeah.
which is the
Who
strange
are
part.
you?
Vicious.
Who are
Okay,
you?
What the fuck's going on?
Pekka's been
Where's the
telling me.
real Chris?
Pekka's been telling me I need to learn how to express my emotions better.
You're doing a good
Uh-huh.
job.
Yeah, she says that I think too much in my head, and I always think people could read
He's
my
gonna
mind.
ask something of you later, Poki. It's
Yeah,
like,
he's
hey,
gonna-
by
I'm
the
getting
way,
a host
Poki-
after this, right? Am I? I'm gonna
If
go
you
live
want.
in like 2 minutes. All right.
But yeah, I think I don't know. It's like I don't want to sound sexist, which
No,
is
it's
how I'm
fine.
gonna
I will-
face
No
everything.
matter what you
I
say, you will not
No,
sound sexist.
I'll try to help.
But
I'll
it's
try
like,
to help.
imagine if a girl has the same skill level as Ninja and
Mm-hmm.
she streamed and she's like just popping off every game, 40% win rate. Like, what would the reaction be to that, right? Like, if a
Mm-hmm.
girl is able to be as good as Ninja at Fortnite and people started catching wind of it, like, is that going to be an example? It's like, look, a girl who's good at video games and
Mm-hmm.
she's going to get a lot more viewership, or are people still going to figure out a way to, like, make this about gender kind of deal?
I think it would be great, and it would help the female side of things on Twitch a lot. But also, you would notice the real differences between streaming and being a girl and streaming and being a guy. And a lot of that is just like the difference in like negative backlash that you get. Every streamer gets backlash 100%.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, especially because girls generally are more sensitive and sweet and fucking cute, it can be harder for them to really ignore that kind of thing and do whatever they want to do or put themselves out there. So I really just want to put it like, I want to inspire people to like,
Yeah.
fuck the haters. They're going to be there regardless, and they're going to grow exponentially when you do as well, and that's fine.
Yeah, girls and guys are different and get treated differently.
Mm-hmm.
If a girl did what Doctor disrespected,
She would be toast in this community.
she will never be able to
Yeah.
like do
Show
anything
her
in the
face
scene.
ever again.
It's like she has a husband who loves her very much and they have a child, and then she announced, "Oh yeah, I was banging other dudes." It's like, and then 1 month later she's back. I'm ready to play video games. Like, it's not gonna have the same reaction. Like, sponsors aren't gonna be like, "Welcome back, girl. You go get him." It's like it's girls and guys are treated differently, and like it's normal to recognize it and like acknowledge there's benefits and downsides
to both.
Yeah.
I agree. It's kind of it makes you feel kind of weird sometimes when people are like, "What is your life being a girl in the gaming community?" And they want me to be like, "Everybody's so mean to me." And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people that are mean to me, but there's like a ton of positives as well. And that's why I don't want to be so scared of touching on these type of topics, because there's a very like logical way to look at everything without getting like super sentimental or sexist about it.
Yeah, so genders are tricky. You know, it's not black and white. It's like men and women are equal in everything and deserve to be treated equally. It's like they get treated differently, they handle things differently, and
I think the best thing we can do is try to be fair and understanding,
Yeah.
as opposed to somehow try to make the world equal in situations where it's not.
yeah, there's a situation where like a guy gets banned for something, like a girl gets banned, like do something similar but not get banned, and like a lot of people jump to the first thing. It's he because he's a guy and he's a girl. It's like, you know, or Twitch just didn't reinforce the rules properly and they fucked
Or
up.
maybe the context is different,
Yeah,
or
it's
maybe lists a billion other reasons. Critical thinking is an important skill to have
And
in life.
And I think this, I kind of want to tie this into our other discussion about like how to grow on Twitch. And I feel like it's especially difficult for women because, as you just said, if the situation was reversed and she cheated on him, you know, the same way can apply. Like, what if she photoshopped boobs onto Poki and Lee? You know, like,
Oh yeah,
Like-
like if a girl photoshopped the boobs.
Or if she photoshopped like a
or-
bigger bulge on a dude.
Like if you photoshopped a bigger bulge on like us, I think it would have been treated differently as well.
Or like the community reacts differently to
because
things that
she's a female.
girls and dudes do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's difficult for females to go. It's shitty.
There's good and bad to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, on to sorry, go ahead.
There's one more. No. Are you going to another topic, or are we?
Oh, just another. I mean, you
Oh,
can.
oh no, you can go ahead. This is like a completely different topic. I
Oh,
wanna bring up, so
okay.
you can continue this
I
first.
wanted to say I'm a little pissed that Twitch has nothing for any type of milestones.
Oh.
Give me a play button.
Oh.
All right, now that you hit it,
you
suddenly
want the
milestones
toy.
an issue.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
When you're
But wouldn't
sitting
it be
at-
cool if they had something?
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't even get a
Because
good
like
job, all right?
Does your community manager
even a
say,
good
"Good
job."
job, Poki"?
Wait, did you
Is
get an
that it?
email at
No?
least?
No?
I didn't get anything.
Oh, it feels bad.
Which,
man.
like, I'm not expecting them to give me some type of
Award,
great,
it's
yeah,
like-
but it's like,
to
it
be
would be
fair-
cool to be like, hey, we had a girl hit 1 mil, yeehaw, or
Yeah.
anybody hit 1 mil, or
Yeah.
500K, or 100K. It would be cool to give those people recognition, even in the same way that YouTube does,
Yeah,
which
like,
is like
YouTube gives
the same
you-
play button that is printed out a
Yeah.
billion times over, but it still feels nice to get it, you know?
Yeah,
Someone right
it's
now is
real
Twitch
fans.
is frantically trying to figure something out. It's like, okay, what do we?
Fuck is going
What
on,
do we do?
guys?
You get like the YouTube plaque, it just crossed out as just Twitch on it, like 1 million
Yeah, for
followers.
those who don't know, if you get 100 subs on YouTube, you get like a silver button, and it's like, it comes in a nice package.
Yes.
It's framed. It's like 100
And it
subs
has your
isn't
name
that
on it.
bad, like that hard.
Wait,
and, like,
100
it-
subs?
Yeah.
100,000 subs.
Okay, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
100,000.
It's not
sorry.
super hard, like it's achievement, but like a lot of people can hit it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get a golden one at 1 million.
Wow.
So like
Cool.
I
Twitch
wonder-
doesn't give you anything.
And then you get a diamond one at 10 million. Isn't that crazy?
That's
Made out of
nuts.
real diamond.
Real diamonds?
Holy.
It's not real diamond.
Is there anyone here about to hit 1 million on YouTube?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No.
Nah.
Toast is
I
the
almost remember
closest?
someone saying they'd
Poki.
skydive at 1 million subs on YouTube.
On the offline TV channel.
Hmm.
I heard that we were maybe going to consider it at 1 million, but I think we like,
I don't think that's correct.
We said
I
nah
think
to
it was
that
on your
idea.
channel.
Yeah, no, but
Okay.
no.
well, I don't know. We could prank him or something.
We'll do the something.
Alright.
I'll
We'll
just
do
put bags
something.
over you guys' head and then say,
We wanted to
Sorry.
drug
Sorry,
him,
sorry.
and then so when he wakes up, he's on the plane.
yeah, no, that's
That's
what
what
I
we
was
wanna
saying.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
put bags over the head.
Oh,
drug
bags
him.
over. Okay, no,
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
drugging. Like bag over the head, you might suffocate him, right? Drugs at least,
well,
like you know.
No, you make it breathable.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess
we're
that's
good.
that's-
I would
that's-
like
that's
to
better.
announce my departure from the offline TV.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was wondering, what would you guys want? If Twitch was to come out with something, I'm sure someone at Twitch is listening, so let's just give them some good ideas.
Golden Kappa plaque.
Ooh, not bad.
Golden Kappa.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
I have to admit, I haven't used Kappa since like fucking 2 months ago.
Kappa.
I haven't used Kappa since like
I
2
use
years
Kappa.
ago.
I use Kappa Pride a lot. You know what I mean? I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, we know what you mean. Golden Kappa could be cool. I was trying to think of like gaming or like streaming related stuff.
Or if you could choose which emo.
Like a gift or like opportunities.
Oh no, like a gift. Just like something they give you to maybe like put on a wall. Maybe like a golden microphone. Oh.
Well, we can let them figure that out.
Yeah, it's not our job
Yeah,
to think.
we're not paying us. Come on, bro.
I like to give good ideas so I can get what I want. You know?
Well, you pretty much can ask for whatever you want. I'm pretty sure all of Twitch is watching this. Right?
Oh, can we ask for stuff from Twitch now?
Yes.
Please give me
Yes.
an IRL.
Golden Kappa. Golden Kappa. Give me the Golden Kappa.
Hey, do they still do Golden Kappa in chat? Do you guys know?
I
'Cause
heard
I
they
haven't seen
removed
one of
it.
those in so long.
Should we
And
do a
I
Golden
remember
Kappa
I
test?
used to check every day.
For your Golden
Yes.
Kappa?
And I never got it,
Oh
by
yeah,
the way.
back in the day, yeah, I did too.
What can we
People
ask
just
from
do
Twitch?
Golden Kappa check.
There's also a bunch of fake Golden Kappas.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Ooh, can we do something with Twitch Prime? Like offline TV. But
Yeah.
like offline TV emote. If you have Twitch Prime, you get something from offline TV.
Yeah, something that helps benefit us.
Ooh.
Or maybe give us all the followers. I'm sure they have a database or something, and give everyone notifications when you go online.
Give
so
us
you
a,
just,
a
you know.
viewbot farm.
Yeah, Viewbot
You know.
Farm. Can you please fund
Real
my
Viewbot.
endeavor, please? This is weird because you think Twitch could give us something, or you guys something that you guys would want.
IRL
And-
backpack.
Yeah. Okay, IRL. There we go. Golden IRL backpack. Don't mess it up.
Yes.
Actually, you just
yes.
got jumped on the
yes.
street.
Yeah, I'm not going to Mexico now.
Oh, if they gave you like a personalized like streamer kit, like a mic with your name on it, a backpack with your name on it, that shit would be, ooh, that'd be so nice.
Yeah, just personalized stuff makes you feel
Yeah.
good, you know?
Just like give me a hat with my name that I can wear on stream.
Can't you just buy a hat? I
Yeah,
feel
why
like a
don't
lot.
you have a Twitch thing on it? From Twitch, 1 mil, Poki. Okay. Thank you.
The success has gone to your head. You've changed.
You changed.
Oh yeah, that's the comment I get the most. It's like,
You've changed.
you've changed. Toast, I liked it when you were just making infographic. Toast, I liked you when you were just making YouTube videos. Toast, I liked it before you took off the mask.
When people say that, I'm like, okay, go watch that VOD.
It's like everything you do, like if there's something new, people will try and link it. It's like, this is where he became a normie.
Because they don't like change.
Yeah.
No, but on the real, that was a joke, but I mean, people should be okay with change. Change is good. You hope that someone evolves. If you feel like you're headed in a good trajectory and they're not like necessarily negative changes, you're not actually becoming an asshole, then you know not to take those kind of comments seriously. Sure, there'll always be people who wish you were doing whatever X thing, but you're only human.
I'm trying, guys.
He's trying.
Do we have any more topics?
No, that's actually all.
I actually want to bring up one just
Yeah,
really
yeah.
quick thing.
Anything
What do you
you
want,
guys wanna
Chris?
talk about?
Can we-
Let's go.
This is going to be ridiculous, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's actually just it's
Okay.
actual news. So apparently there was news today that a bunch of Twitch employees were let go.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I did not see
so
that.
there were
Man.
25 of them, and according to a report from Slasher, I can't even. Okay, Slasher. Some of those employees include like the Twitch VP of content, and a lot of people on the Twitch studios and community marketing teams. And the sources are saying that people were told that Twitch had overhired, and now they're readjusting.
Yep.
Some of the other people that were let go apparently were Fish Sticks, Justin Wong, John
Justin
Carnage, and a bunch of others. Do you know any of these guys or any
Dude,
thoughts
Justin
on?
Wong is like the best Twitch employee memer. I follow him on Twitter. His Twitter is just,
Out of curiosity, is
Great.
Justin Wong based on Justin TV? Was that?
I don't think so.
No,
it's
they
different
can't.
Justin.
Yeah. I
They
don't
can't
think
fire him. Maybe they could. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
maybe it was just a classic case of like too many cooks in the kitchen type thing, right?
Oh no, it's.
I mean,
No, they're
I know
effing for the
it's-
employees.
Yeah.
I
Press
always
F to
get
pay
tricked
respect.
by that.
Not F to, not
Yeah.
F because the stream is dead.
Yeah, it's people from Twitch studios that are fired. And I don't know if there's a difference between Twitch studios and Twitch. Like maybe Twitch studios is
Oh.
responsible for like Twitch-based content, like Twitch shows. But they specifically mentioned Twitch studios.
Yeah, and the community marketing team as well.
Mhm.
So not sure if any of your community managers were let go, but I heard some people like Fish Sticks. He's been around with Twitch since the beginning, right? So it's a pretty huge shift. Do you think this will change
So is
anything?
Justin Wong, like 6 years.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
So they overhired, but they fired.
I
Their,
feel like that's definitely not the reason because
Yeah.
if you
Corporate speak.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you overhire, you're not going to let go of people that have been there 6, 7 years, unless you initially had an issue with them or whatever other complications there are.
So do you guys know these, or what do you think? Like, why do you think they did this?
They're moving towards a more normie audience. It's like what people are saying is happening to YouTube. Like that's the theory. It's like, oh, Twitch wants to cater to a more like
general pub.
general public. They don't want like Pepe memes and stuff. They want to bring in like Markipliers and like the Jacksepticeye. So it's like super friendly to advertisers kind of deal. Maybe that's part of it, or maybe they just overhired.
Imagine a world where Twitch as a whole has to remove like all the Pepe stuff.
Oh, like go through all the emotes and remove.
Like
Yeah.
they disable BTTV emotes.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
for,
Don't
like-
even utter those words.
Just for like
my-
mainstream advertisers or
They have to remove like the re's that people are spamming because re is from a Pepe meme, right?
Don't link them.
and if
They're
you have
watching right
if you have
now.
an email associated with re, you have to-
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
Monka S's. Every single Monka S.
that
base.
would actually be like an apocalypse.
My two favorite emotes, Poggers and Monka S, are both Pepe related.
Yeah.
So listen, if they go, I go. Okay? Just putting that out there.
I will stay Twitch. I am very
You need to put
compliant.
your foot down sometimes, okay,
compliant.
Toast?
I
Put
will
your foot
bow
down.
down to the man for money.
It makes sense though, right? If they want to get rid of the emotes, they also get rid of the people that support that the most, like the old school people. So they
Yeah,
can't
they
even
definitely
say-
Holy.
they definitely fired Fish Sticks because he likes Pepe. 100%.
Yeah, he's like, I need Pepe in
100%.
there. It's
Yeah.
like, you're out. It's like, oh. Oh,
Like
man.
we won't really know like the true story behind like firing
Any theories though?
theories.
I definitely agree with you where they're catering to
normie.
normie for sure. It happens to a lot of startups when they start to become more of a business. So like
Yeah.
Amazon bought them, right? So Amazon probably saw the bottom line and figured or saw the opportunity, especially with all these celebrities trying to jump on now, and thought, okay, we just need to bring in someone. And it's hard for us to speculate because yeah, maybe on social media or whatever, everything looks like it's fine, but we don't really know the story behind it. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's their fault. It just things happen for a reason. So
And you know
it's
what?
unfortunate.
It's sad to hear about, but apparently a lot of these very, very long-term employees were fired just like over Google Hangouts,
Oh my god.
which again pushes the idea that this was a very impersonal
Were fired?
firing
Wait,
or
really?
decision.
Wait, you're not
Google
trolling?
Hangout- No.
Oh, I thought you were trolling.
I mean, I can't say for sure, but that's what was said
Yeah,
as well.
Can you imagine that being there for almost a decade and you just have a Google
Yeah.
Hangout? By the way, like you're
We're
fired.
gonna be
Why,
letting you
why
go,
Google
dude.
Hangout? They get down to like Twitch streams. Like, hey, tune into this Twitch stream from our CEO.
The fallen people do not have to come to work tomorrow.
But I'm pretty sure it has to be some like really high up normie executive who's like, we gotta
Like, if it's
delete these guys.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have the qualifications, even though they've been here super, super long. Like they just are starting not to value as much their core employees or what they bring to the table, which we can't even say for sure what that is, but according to what other people are saying is very valuable, and I can see that. And they just valued more maybe other people that they're hiring that they think are good in maybe advertisement or finance sector, whatever it is. It's really hard to tell.
Like, it sounds like these roles are pretty like content or frontward facing, like marketing, community, and content. It's like stuff that the public will interact with the most, right? It's not like it's behind the scene like financing or like infrastructure or coding. It's like the content, the frontward people. So it could be, you know, putting people who have similar ideals to like mainstream or more traditional Amazon stuff in those positions, right? And to do that, you have to get rid of the people currently occupying those positions.
That's true. It's like who put the attack on the front page?
No, come
I'm
on.
Can I
kidding.
just
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
say-
kidding.
Do you have a personal grudge against them? The attack or something?
I won't get into it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, that sucks. And for anyone that loses their job, I'm sure they're gonna land on their feet,
Yeah.
like whoever they are. They have a lot of
Oh.
experience, right? Like 8 years at Twitch. I'm sure they
You know
gain a
what's
lot of
sad
skills.
though? I saw. I'm just talking about Justin Wong because he's like the one of the only people of that group that I follow on Twitter. But I saw he responded to the Sasha tweets where Sasha
Oh.
kind of came out and said these people were fired. This is why this happened. Blah blah. And he was like, you revealed this before anybody could come out with it and announce it themselves. Like you took our voices away. And I felt so bad reading that because like on one hand, that is very true. These are people's very personal lives. Even though in a sense it's work, like they've been there for so long. It means so long to them. And he just came out with it. But then again, he is in a sense like is he even a journalist? I don't know.
That's
I mean,
just
he's
way-
the guy who told Logan Paul to not come on.
Sorry?
He thought Logan Paul was Jake Paul though, so I'm not
Oh,
gonna
yeah, I read
believe
that and I
every
was like,
single word
wait.
he says, but
Yeah.
still.
Wait, what happened?
That was the same guy who like tweeted at Logan Paul and was like, "Don't come on Twitch."
What?
Justin
We-
Wong?
No.
Oh, the
The
Slash.
guy who
Slasher.
broke this
Yeah.
story.
Oh, okay. If it
Yeah.
was Justin Wong, I'm like, oh. That's,
No.
Logan Paul flexed on him or something, right?
But yeah, sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But have you guys ever been fired? I never been fired. I can't imagine what it's like to be fired and have a family depend on you for food.
At least they give you a couple months.
Oh, severance. Oh yeah, that is true.
And I mean, at least Twitch is in a good spot right now, and esports is growing. So, from what I imagine, it's a good experience. I think they'll be able to find something.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Fed?
No, I mean, I didn't technically get fired. I used to work at retail, Office Depot, and I didn't give them my 2 weeks notice. I kind of just said, "Hey, I'm going on vacation," and I was supposed to come back after the vacation and work, and I didn't give them my 2 weeks notice because I actually wasn't gonna come back. So I mean, technically, I got fired because they were like, "Are you coming back?" And I was like, "Oh crap! I forgot to tell you guys I'm not coming back." And they're like, "Okay, well you're fired."
Guess technically they fired you. Did
And
you
then
get
I,
severance?
and
for
then I
that?
started making YouTube videos, and then I ended up here.
So things worked out.
You should go back to that place and be like, "Look at me now."
Look at me
I
now.
don't even think they'd understand.
Oh, I play.
When I try to explain this culture to like normies, it's just like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, cool. You do videos
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, whenever I say like I'm working in the video game industry or something, everyone's like, "Oh, you develop video games or whatever." Like that's what I have to say. I can't. It's just so hard. It's just
But
too hard.
these days now, like when I feel like when Drake duoed with Ninja, like a lot of attention got onto like
Feels
Twitch.
good, man.
So like I was at my mom's office, and some guy came in and he was like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I play around Twitch." And they're like, "Oh, I know what Twitch is. I watch Fortnite." And I was like, "Oh, how do you know about that?" He's like, "Oh, I saw Drake play with some kid." And I was like, "Oh, what? A normie knows what Twitch is. Okay, things are changing."
Yeah.
Which is really exciting.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with the influx of normies. Or maybe we
Hopefully
don't want
it's
to know.
slow and gradual so that we convert them more than they convert the platform.
Twitch takes over the world. Everyone
And people
talks.
start understanding that Pepe is not a bad thing. Okay?
That'd be so weird, eh? If the whole world knows about like Monka S and everything, and it's just normal.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Normal
takes
everyday
over.
vocabulary. Oh man, I was monka assing so hard. That made me omega low.
Oh, I can't wait for that day.
It can happen. It can grow,
I've been
right?
trying to teach my mom all the emotes. She's like, "No, stop.
Yeah.
Get out of my face."
Yeah, my mom watches me too. Like she follows me on Twitter and everything, and she's like, "Oh, I saw you live like the other day, and you're doing stuff."
Oh, I
or
make sure my
whatever."
mom doesn't follow me. I don't think she wants to see what I do on stream.
Alright. Q&A?
Oh, front door. I forgot to tweet about that. So let's just take some questions from the audience.
Alright.
If you guys have any questions, just put
We
them in
will
this
take-
here beautiful chat.
2 questions.
Yep.
This is running a long time.
No,
I'm actually surprised we talked for so long.
Yeah.
Great job, everyone.
after the first half, I was thinking, "Oh, this is gonna be like an hour and a half long." Now it's over 2.
How long is it?
It's 8:05 right now.
I promised my chat some Fortnite, guys. Release me from this.
Hey,
Kind
don't
of hard to
worry.
read this
Yeah.
from over there.
Jeez.
Come on, guys, slow it down. Don't stop typing. Just let us read the questions.
One at a
Could
time,
subload
guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what's better.
It's the weirdest stuff in my chat. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
We're all going to dinner tonight, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point,
We
yeah.
had dinner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have dinner. You're coming, right?
When is it? It's late, right?
Yeah, 10 o'clock or later.
Uh,
Have dinner.
All right. We
Family
kind of
dinner.
touched on this earlier, but it's not a bad question. What advice would you give a new small streamer?
Oh boy.
Oh,
Just
Leech. No, I'm just
watch this VOD and go back about 30 minutes.
Make
Okay.
YouTube video
Yeah, you have the best advice, I think.
that is good and topical. Make a Fortnite skit. Make a compilation of high-level Fortnite play. Do something crazy in League of Legends. Pull out an epic RNG play in Hearthstone. Just like get a clip or a video that will get people talking, get them sharing it on Twitter. Make sure you're streaming when that happens so people can pop. It's like, yo, I saw you in that sick clip that was in that compilation that everyone watches. Sitting in your room streaming every day to 1 or 2 viewers, hoping something will change, is not going to do anything. Get something that people talk about and care about. Give them a reason. Okay.
Yes.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, that's it. Send $10,000 to Toast, and
Toast
he may
PayPal.
May consider a host.
he may consider it. That's probably the best way
$1
of
per
doing
viewer. How long do you think the current roster will stay together?
Of offline TV,
Mm-hmm.
Probably 1 year.
at least 1 more year with the potential to actually add someone
Ooh.
towards the second
Yeah.
half.
Mm-hmm.
I would not be surprised if someone leaves within 2 years. And it wouldn't be like a, fuck this guy, we hate him, or they hate us. It's more like they're taking their career a different way. Like if, the Phase House, Rice Gum invites Feds, like, yo, we like your content. That shit's dope. It's like
I will
hella,
never let you go
hella
over there,
lit.
Fed.
Am
I will
wearing my place?
never
Oh,
let you
never
go
mind.
there.
And like,
The
if Fed accepts it, I won't be like, you traitor. It's like, no. Like,
I know
it's a good
someone that would
opportunity.
hate. Never mind.
I'm not sure why we asked that we're looking for 2 members. We didn't have enough room, but yeah,
No,
I
you
mean,
thought the 2 members you're gonna get is like okay, and you end up getting me. It's like, damn,
We
this
don't
guy's
need another
worth
one.
3 guys. It's understandable.
I'm actually very excited to add someone to our roster because I feel like now our standards are pretty high. So whoever we get's gonna be good.
Drake.
When you get someone like even bigger.
Drake,
Mm-hmm.
No.
Kanye, if you need a place to stay, DM me.
Yeah, I think that's all. And new house when end of April-ish, I believe.
Yes, end of April, everyone would have been moved out. I'll probably not be around. I can talk about that, right?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
all just, if you want to talk about future plans,
Oh
now's
yeah.
the time.
Got moved back to Toronto for a couple months, I think, right, Chris?
We're trying to speed up as fast as we can.
But
Visa process.
yeah, you guys won't see me in as much offline TV content, but it's the new Hearthstone expansion coming out anyway, so I was gonna isolate myself streaming Hearthstone for like at least a month. So probably within the next couple of weeks I'm out of here. And I'm gonna be streaming in Toronto and hanging out with like Toronto content creators, Canadian content creators. What's that?
I just have something in my eye.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's my hair.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the visa process is a little rough. I know Poki went through that, and I remember you. Yeah, it was excruciating.
But I didn't have any Toronto content creators to hang out with, so I was really lonely. But I think Toast will be fine, especially since, I don't know, going back to stay with your family. So that'll be good.
Immediate plans is PAX East, which you are going.
Woo,
Are you going, Fed?
No.
Chris, am I
And
going?
Lily and Scar, do you want it?
I'm 90% going, right?
Yes.
Oh, really?
90%.
Oh my god. Whole house is going. It's
Except
gonna
for
be really
except for
fun.
Pekka and I, we're gonna have the whole house, and we're gonna
Fucking trash it.
we're gonna destroy it.
As long as you guys aren't, what's it called? Enjoying life?
Oh, celebration of life.
Celebrating
I mean,
life.
no, actually, that was a good
That's
time.
fine.
Get that over with. Just
Yeah.
don't do it in our
Just,
room.
yeah,
Oh,
no, I
yeah,
mean,
not the
you
bed.
can
I'm
only
locking
do
my
it
door.
in your
You know,
designated life celebration
What about
area.
the couch?
Okay?
we celebrate on the couches and
No.
the kitchen
No.
and stuff like
Just
that.
make sure you turn the couch
No.
cushions over.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
can
gonna
do
get
that.
one of those, like, what are those things that they use in like Law and Order where they see like the traces of
my
stuff?
God.
Yeah, when I come back,
the UV
I am
lights?
checking
Great
everything.
video. We just
I
take
am
it
checking.
through the entire
everything.
house right now. And
Dude,
see
imagine
it.
using that on the freaking the weed pillows, like the anime girl pillows.
And it turns out, oh, we should actually do that though. Like, no one clean. We go buy it and just go through the house and see if we find any evidence. Like if it's on the kitchen counter,
And then we all have to speculate who did what.
Ooh, by like how much
Stop.
life celebrating
Stop.
and I don't know.
Abort,
No
abort.
details, please.
the only people who will want to not do it is people who've done it. Like, don't go into the kitchen. There's
No, I
nothing
just don't
there.
want to know what people do. That's weird.
I mean, look, if
Why you
they
looking
did
at
it
me?
in a public space, they deserve to be shamed.
I agree. I'm doing
I just
DNA
put
tests, okay?
Oh my god. SVU. Dun, dun.
What about you guys? Immediate plans? Upcoming stuff you're excited about?
Work every day,
Thank you.
pretty much.
Uh-huh.
The grindstone.
W Omega L R K.
We're going to a concert or something.
Oh, tomorrow. Yeah.
Marshmallow?
Yeah.
You know,
Are
I've
you
been
going to?
I haven't been to a concert or a rave or whatever since like the last time I went to Marshmallow.
I've
Yeah.
never been to I've been to a forest rave, but not a legit rave.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
feel
think this
so
is a
old
rave.
there.
It's not?
It's a
fuck.
concert or something. I feel so old.
I got you baited.
Oh, whatever. I mean, if it sucks,
Yeah,
we'll
let's
just
do.
leave.
You'll have to wait till next time.
Oh, wait a sec.
Like that's like the biggest difference between raves and concerts. Just like more drugs. And yeah.
And just music. I don't know.
I don't know. The concerts I go to are very different. Like I've seen Linkin Park. I've seen like Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga.
You've seen
stuff
Justin
like that.
Timberlake?
Yeah, I love.
Oh, I'm a
JT,
huge
man. He's
Justin
the
Timberlake
best.
fan, but
Yeah.
I've never got to see him live.
He's
bad.
amazing. He's amazing. His show is awesome. So those are the type of concerts I go to. And oh man, random memory. I remember one person was smoking a joint, like 5 rows in front of me, and I actually called security. And I was like, this person's like bothering me because like the
You
smell.
called security
Oh
on
no,
someone
my
for
girl.
smoking a joint?
No, because my girlfriend like is very I don't know. She's very not allergic, but just
allergic. She just felt uncomfortable.
yeah, felt uncomfortable. She's like, Chris, make you feel uncomfortable. So I'm like, so I got security. And now, like, I was so young then, because this is Lincoln Park. So this is way back when I was in high school. And then now I think about it, I was such a fucking asshole doing that. Jeez. Oh.
Whatever.
He didn't get caught though. I think he put it away or something.
Okay.
Man,
What about you,
can't
Fed?
believe I did that.
Any
What the hell?
things you want to talk about before we end the stream?
No.
Okay,
That's-
thank you.
That's
All
about
right.
it.
I only have one other upcoming plan, and that
Mhm.
is Pokimerch.com, Pokimerch.com,
This guy's
Pokimerch.com.
still.com/merch. This guy's still.com/merch. This guy's still.
Offlinetv.de/merch.
Oh, I will be going to New York a week or so after PAX, and I will be announcing some stuff regarding that soon, TM. So just keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I think that is all.
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah, let's go.
Poki, you Fortnite?
I might
You
have to go
Fortnite?
for dinner, but I can when I'm back.
What time's
Fed,
our
you
dinner later?
Huh?
What time's our dinner
Maybe
later?
like
I don't.
10-ish?
I
Maybe
don't know.
11.
We'll see.
Until we win a game in Fortnite. Fed, you Fortnite?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not so late. I don't want to go back to that place we always go to. It's 24 hours.
I love that place so
I also
much.
owe
What?
Lily dinner at that place anyway.
No, it's amazing, but I don't want to go again.
It's
and
pretty fun.
I
though,
think there's gonna be
agree.
too many people
Yeah.
for us
Like,
to go.
I know a good 24-hour place too.
It's called the Offline TV
Donald's.
House.
No. No, actually, a good one. Not Domino's. Wait,
No,
did you say
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Oh, no. A good cafe. I'm not gonna say which, but they have crepes. They have like any kind of food.
They have
Crepes
crepes
and-
and any.
Like they're just known for
Can't
their
stop
they're
me
just
trolling.
known for their crepes, but they have like any
Okay.
kind of food you'd ever like want.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Sweet.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Chris Chan, Disguised Toast, Fedmyster. Toast will be streaming like now, so go watch some Fortnite. Go enjoy, and yeah, check out offlinetv.gg/merch. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
See you,
Bye.
chat. Bye.
Bye.
Poki,
Fortnite's not going anywhere.